Alrighty, we are here with some Dogpound D&D. I'm currently muted in the Discord, so I will unmute and let everyone know we're live.
Oh,
We-
this fucking pop filter.
We are live, people.
Oh.
We are live people. Because if we weren't live people, we'd be
Are we
dead
live?
ones.
Speak
I'm
for
trying to-
yourself.
I've been
You're
drinking
alive,
liquid
people.
death all weekend. I really want to die, apparently.
Oh no.
Liquid death is so weird. Like I like it, but like it's just weird drinking water out of a can.
I mean, I like it mostly because it's like, hey, it's not plastic. It's actually something recyclable.
That's true.
Good point.
You're drinking plastic?
Yes.
No,
I'm confused. What's liquid death again?
It's
just
mineral water.
It's just
Fancy
mountain
word for
water
water.
in a can. Like 10%
It's a
of their
brand.
profit, yeah, and like 10%
Yeah.
of their profits go to helping eliminate plastic waste.
Okay, so
I mean-
do you want to do a recap, John, of what happened yesterday?
Do we want me to do the recap or do we want somebody else to do the recap?
I don't know, does someone else want to do the recap?
I think you should do it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I don't
Alright.
do recaps.
Welcome
That's-
to New York.
That's valid.
What happened in New York since we were last here?
Well, basically, it started off as just a nice, normal day. And then in the council of the city, one of the counselors was like, hey, you know what we don't need anymore? God. And everybody was like, that's a strong stance to take. Are you sure about that? Because we're not sure about that. In fact, I think this merits some discussion. And he was like, nah, it's fine. Give it a couple of hours. We won't need God anymore. And everybody started freaking out. And then our players went off to powwow and be like, so do we stop him? I feel like we should stop him. And everybody was just kind of like, yeah, it seems like a good idea. But then the earthquakes started and the sea drakes started attacking. And there were some sea dragons as well, although the party didn't attack those. A phoenix broke out at the dock, and a whole bunch of Ifriti and a bunch of phoenix. They all had to be dealt with. Although there was something funky with the phoenix, and after dealing with that, on their way back, some mind flayers fell out of the astral plane right smack dab in front of them. Because they'd built their house on the wards, which the guy who says we don't need God anymore broke, and they just kind of fell into this world and were kind of like, oh hey, our bad, we're just gonna leave. And due to an obscene amount of natural 20s, everybody was like, 1, 2, 3, not it. Oh, sorry, we all touched our noses. You guys have to leave. And they were like, darn, and they left.
True.
But then at the end, everybody's like, okay, the city's under control now. We should probably go and deal with the guy who decided that we don't need God anymore. Because that seems like it's a pretty important thing that's causing a lot of problems. And boy howdy, is that the right statement. Because right before you guys got up to the spot where you're going to talk to him, well, are they looking at the map?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the party is standing down here by the Imperial Province Spire. They're about to go inside to go confront Bill Mocker and the rest of the Silver faction. And I want to say a few meteors landed on Territorian Island, which are clearly Empyreans, which are giant celestial beings who are like, well, let's stomp around and destroy everything. And then actual giants showed up on some sort of weird ship that looks like a frisbee skipping on the water. They showed up in Creekland, and they're starting to destroy everything. The Iron Mike and the City Guard were in Maharani's at the Cemetery Sash, which is just a kind of like a green belt, but instead of a green belt in a city, it's just cemeteries and crypts. And they were fighting vampires, but then also near the vampires, a whole bunch of liches, apparently. Not a whole bunch of liches. At least a lich and a bunch of other undead also just exploded out of the catacombs beneath the city down in Maharani's. And then out of the astral plane dropped a whole bunch of beholders in the bronze. And a portal to hell opened up right in the heart of Dude Cat Brown, just like it did several years ago on the tragedy of 9 warlocks and 11 patrons. And basically, the party, being the generals in charge of the city, right here, have got to make a decision. What would you do in a situation like that? Thus, let's begin.
Curl up in a ball and cry.
Okay.
Okay, no, not the real player, because yeah, obviously. What would Stand in the Lee do?
He would, I think, stand around a little bit while figuring out what to do. Okay.
This is a particular situation.
All right. So, oh wait, we also have what's the other faction of the council?
Melody.
The
And
melody,
Silver?
melodic.
The Melodic and the Silver faction, and then you guys are the Harbor faction.
Mhm.
We have
Yeah.
some of the melodic people with us, right?
Yes. So here,
BIG.
let me.
3-pack, right? Is that his name?
3-pack was actually not there.
Okay.
It was just it was Lady Germanata, Crimson. So I just have to go get their tokens and drag them to where they're going to be.
Mm-hmm. Because I think we
And
need
the infamous BIG, who we all
The
know
infamous.
means boats is good.
Boat is good. And somehow he's not in Harbor faction. Um.
No, okay, Harbor faction. Harbor. What do you put in a harbor? Boats. That would be like saying he's a car guy. I can't believe he doesn't love garages. Come on, man. I'm sure he appreciates garages. It's just
he
his
doesn't fuck with
thing is what
harbors.
you put in the garages.
Yeah, that's true. But where do you see the boats if not for the harbor? Anyway, I think we need to split our forces. I think we need to redistribute some of these people. I think between Stallone,
Well, here,
Leon, whatever his name is.
go
and
ahead and pull your guy's self out there and put him
And-
next to those four, because those are the four people who are the council members. And just so you know, the spire is like due north, right
Okay.
here. There is a some garden, and then there is the spire itself.
Mm-hmm. All right. So out of character, I think we need to split some people around. I think we have 2 guys in Crooklyn, and they're dealing with giants, and I think the guy in Maharanas could use some help. And then with the melodic, I think we split us and the melodic faction. Someone goes takes care of the devil, and someone goes takes care of the beholder. And I think Territory Island just has to suffer. We could split it up more, but I think.
I mean, could we just destroy the bridge to the island and just say we just completely cut it off?
Roll
It makes sense from a tactical standpoint.
Roll a nature check for me.
Because I think if we don't.
Cool. Everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone?
The Skinnies is the name of the water between Territorian Island that flows underneath the Creekland Bridge.
The skinny is very good.
And it's just not deep enough. You saw how tall those Empyreans were. They're not going to give a shit if there's a bridge there or not. They might not even use the bridge anyways, because they might break the bridge if they step on it. They are massive.
That's what I thought. So I think either. Go on, John.
These guys have been here the whole time, but at the other end of the square, there are 2 units of soldiers, very clearly Lady Germanata's personal guard.
So maybe we could split up a bit. If we have this, so here's one option I'm thinking. Germanata goes to Maharanas to help out with the vampires with her troop.
Let me take you back to the main map so you can plan this out.
Okay, this is what I'm thinking. So either, I think there's 2 options. One, Germanatus goes to Maharanas with her troop to help, and then the rest of the melodic splits with us between Dude Cap Brown or the Bronze.
Well,
and then,
Harbor, he's going to want to go to his harbor, and he's going to want to deal with that. Lady Germanata is not she's not technically supposed to help out in martial situations, but clearly this is not your average thing, so you can use her as a general. So she'll take one of those troops, but Crimson is going to stay in the Imperial Spire.
With another
that's
troop?
where the Regent is, and she's going to take the other troop of Lady Germanata's because they want to beef up security here where Regent Philbin sleeps.
Well,
So
maybe send her to the closest threat of the demons.
Maybe. And then I'm thinking I was thinking that Germanata, I guess she could go to the demons. And the other melodic could go with her, or they split somewhere else. The thing is, either we split our forces more thin to cover all the boroughs, or we try to reinforce Maharanas, leave Crooklyn the way it is or whatever, and then try to protect the other 4 and just leave Territorian Island alone.
I mean, who
It's gonna
cares
be
about
hard
the
to get out.
Territory Island anyways?
Just the people
Yeah.
that live there.
So
Well-
what orders are you going to issue here? You have Den Iroh, you have Stallone. You may or may not be able to issue orders to Iron Mike, depending on what the situation is there, and then you have Lady Germanata as well.
I would say, Teddy Roosevelt thinks that Stallone and Denine should be focusing their forces in Creekland to push out the Ice Giants.
I thought it was
Alright.
Storm Giants.
Or Storm Giants, whatever the heck they are. They're
Did you say
giants.
Did you say
I
Iron
don't
Giants?
discriminate. Ice Giants, Storm Giants, they're all giants. I don't give a damn. They
Yeah.
just need to be gone.
The New York Giant.
Oh,
Thank you. I've been
boo.
waiting for that one.
Oh,
The
boo.
Iron
Get
Giants
that out of
would
here. Especially get that out of here.
So you don't want to split them up. All right. So that means
No. I
Then
say
we-
those two push out the Giants and either hold back the
oh yeah.
threat in the Territorian Island just because in that way they don't push into Creekland.
Smart.
And then we can either push from Dude Cape Brown down to the Bronze or push from the Bronze up, whichever one we want to deal with first.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so I think we send Germanata to back up in Maharanas.
Yeah.
And Harbor is there, so if his harbor is secure, maybe he'll go help too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
And then
kind
we
of like pinch them.
Harbor
either
has no
down-
troops. He would have to see if there's any survivors still in the city who aren't panicking
okay.
down there in order to gather any martial strength. But
Well, I thought if he was strong too, like the way that we're fighting, just the 4 of us, I thought all the people in the council with
but
us.
he's just one guy.
True, but he can still,
I
pull
mean,
in.
if need be, we can also split up ourselves.
That's
As much as I would rather focus on one major threat
Mm-hmm.
and then split up if
I think
needed.
so.
I think primarily we should focus clearing out Creekland and Maharanas. Yeah, because I'm gonna butcher that a lot. I'm glad I'm not doing the accent right now.
I think
I
we.
have a third
Clear
option.
up the.
Oh, what is the third option?
Can we speak in private? And
Oh, wait.
Neil deGrasse Tyson will just bring
Last thing.
the 4 of us off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry,
Well-
chat. This is a private. You guys
Oh.
can't pay attention. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Just don't pay attention. We're not transitioning or anything. Just stop paying attention.
No, please pay attention.
It's an honor
Well-
system. You guys just,
Mm-hmm.
get to you later.
chat, no metagaming. This is the whole point right now. This is your test. No metagaming.
So, you guys have known Neil deGrasse Tyson for a long time, I presume. And this might be the first time that he appears somewhat vulnerable. He's usually someone who gives off a very confident personality. And
He's
for
a
the first time
TV
he
star or
looks...
something.
What's up?
Like he's a TV star or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the first time, he seems very vulnerable and worried. And he tells you guys, I have something to tell you guys. My family, for a long time, we've passed down this ancient artifact of sorts. And I was gifted with it and entrusted to take care of it. It's this set of rings that I have that provide me with a certain power, but I don't know. I feel like right now is the time to use it. No one has in my family has used it since ancient times. This artifact was used in order to fight off an evil titan before this world even existed, and it was foretold one day I would need to do it. But in order to use my artifact, the spell takes me 30 seconds to, and I think it would be helpful if I was located maybe in the center of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is a question for the DM because I would know
Mhm.
this. Would I cover the whole city from where we are now, or do we have to head somewhere else?
Let me flop back to your guys' page. I'm prepping what I'm assuming is going to happen next.
Yeah, you know the
Um,
feature I'm using.
So
Too cool.
your radius, just for everyone to know, it is about 10 miles from the tip of Territorian Island to the other end right here. I know it says 151 feet, but as it turns out in New York City, that's the ratio. They're all really small people. No, I just didn't change the
So would we have
setting.
to?
So
Would
if
I have
your
to go
5
cast it
mile
in?
radius, see
Would I
10
have to go
miles
to
is
Kirkland
150.
or?
So you wouldn't from here. You wouldn't be able to get the giants or the Empyreans from here.
The destructive. So I'd tell the group the destructive power I need. If I
You
was
might be able to
cast
get
it
some of
from
the giants
here,
depending on how
yeah,
much progress they've made into the city.
yeah. If I was casted from here, we would not be hitting two of our front lines in Territory Island and Creekland. But
Okay.
if I was, maybe you guys could defend me just for 30 seconds. Maybe we can go to the impressive middle conjunction. From there, I should be able to hit
Get everything.
the forces of the whole city.
Well,
The
two
enemy.
questions. Two questions
The
about that.
official name of the impressive middle conjunction is impressive middle conjunction, but people use grander terms to describe how central this I don't know.
Grand
It's
Central
like
State. No.
it's like where all the transports in the city come. It's like a station hub for them.
Yeah.
So if did you guys have any questions for me?
Yes. Two things. One, do we think that or I should say this again. Do you think that first of all, what did it do? Second of all, I mean, it's been one thing after another today. Do we think this is it? Or do we think someone else bigger is coming?
Well, the rings would, when I attune to my rings, and it takes about 30 seconds, I reveal to myself a spectral gauntlet that I would put on my arm, and it has about 6 stones in it. I should be able to destroy about half of the enemy force, but that again, it takes me about 30 seconds to do the spell. So you guys would have to hold off any forces. If anyone was to attack me, it would disturb the spell, and we'd lose our one chance to. I could wipe out half the forces in a single snap of my
it's
fingers.
probably better for this situation to do that. I say yeah then. I say
Well, we still should send out our forces.
We should
but
keep fighting.
I think just a small team to protect me for 30 seconds. That's all I need.
Well, I think we're
That
gonna
sounds like a
not
good
be
job for a party of adventurers.
Yeah. Of Revengers of sorts.
Revengeanings. I
The
think that
Revengers.
all right, if we do that, then I think we're leaving one or two burrows open at the moment, I think. Because we would have been attacking one. The remaining people of the melodic that could go out would have to take another.
Well,
so I
it
think
would only take me 30 seconds. Then we could head out to one of the fronts.
So-
Maybe we would head back to Dude Cat Brown.
yeah. So let's send out the remaining people to the bronze. We'll go to Creekland, do our thing, and then because then we'll be closer to where the devils are.
Yeah, we'd be in the middle, so we could head somewhere from there.
So let's do that. I vote for that.
You have my vote.
All right, let's make this quick because I'd rather get my raiders into the combat fray really quickly here. But if this means that half their forces are going to be removed out the get-go, we need to do this quick and now.
Yeah, I
we'll
think
form like a little triangle around
for us to
Neil. We'll defend Neil in the circle. All right, let's do it.
I actually have a spell up my sleeve to speed this up. Okay, so we're heading out to impressive middle conjunction.
Okay, impressive middle conjunction. The whole city seems to be abandoned as most people are going deep into their houses and closets and hiding and stuff like that. You see a few people like with very, very rapidly put together go bags, clearly trying to flee. But no signs of any enemies. You can hear the Empyreans and the giants in the distance stomping. It just sounds like distant thunder. Question is, do I throw that at you or do I throw that at you right now?
You can not throw anything at us.
Well, I mean, that sounds sweet. It really does, but that's not how the world works.
That's how this
Okay,
world
okay,
works.
we're gonna do this one. As you guys arrive, you're gonna be at the top of this map right here. As you guys arrive in the the impressive middle conjunction.
I was gonna say, what's the
Uh,
Grand Central? I've never heard of that.
yeah, I don't know what that is either.
What a dumb
As
name, Grand Central.
as you guys are approaching, and everyone else that you gave orders to is running off, which the people that you left, Crimson, and the people that you left in the courtyard to defend the Imperial province, they're not leaving there, but they are setting up two sides of defense. One in case the Beholders come after them, one in case the Devils come after them.
And we did send
But-
people to the Beholders.
John, quick question. Is the boss naming still available?
Yes, I wanted to mention to you that I have several bosses that are going to need to be dealt with today that y'all can name for money. But keep in mind, the money you're spending on it isn't going to us because, let's be honest, who would pay us to do this? The money you're spending on us is going to a great charity that helps people. And this time in our country and in our society, it doesn't have to be a lot, but people don't need a lot either because every little bit help, every gesture, every buck, it can make a world of difference to
Yeah.
people who are struggling. So
And that
please
charity,
name a boss a horrible New York pun.
yeah.
And you could make someone who hasn't smiled in months smile.
Okay, and that charity is To Write Love on Our Arms. They're a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. They exist to encourage, inform, inspire, and also invest directly into treatment and recovery. To Write Love on Our Arms have been at this since 2006 and still going strong. If you want to check them out, you can visit their website at twloha.com. Like John said, all the money donated will be going directly to them. We don't touch it at all. And if you want to name an NPC, you can also invest directly into a target as well as a poll. You can choose all three. It doesn't just have to be the reward. So if you want to name a boss, it's only $20 in our reward thing, as well as we do have a miracle or catastrophe, your choice, on any roll. But that one is a limited supply, as well as it's $100 if you want to go for that reward.
But the one miracle we did roll naturally in this campaign ended up with them clearing out about an hour's worth of fighting because Ron the Pearlman, the samurai, simply animated the
Hell yeah.
crap out of everybody. It was quite entertaining. And if you'd rather see a catastrophe, I have plenty of plans for that too. Not to be dark and ominous, but I don't know if you can tell the city is not doing.
I think
super
I
great right
donated
now.
yesterday, but I forgot what I asked. I
I just
donated
sent-
after stream for today, but we'll see. I totally forgot.
Did anybody buy any
I
NPC
just-
names? Because I have one ready to go.
I just did. I literally just did.
Oh well,
I even forgot what name. I think I said Pizza Rat.
because wait, really?
Love the Pizza Rat.
Pizza
Big
Rat.
fan of Pizza Rat.
Nice name.
I-
Sending it off
A
to
New
John
York- New York icon.
once I find him in my list
Oh,
of
I
people.
forgot. I had a message written. That's the name.
Yes.
All right. This is this guy now. Good job. Okay, so you guys are approaching here. You're dashing because you guys are level 20. You guys are used to literally running all around battlefields, and this is just a city. And there's not like crater marks in the city. It's not like anybody's been casting meteor swarm on your city yet or anything.
Man, don't start that now.
You guys, where you all are more fighters than I am. Where do you think the most defensible position is?
Um,
Well, as you pull up to Grand Central Station, there is just
What?
a
to
horde.
where?
I'm sorry, the impressive middle terminal conjunction. You recognize the iconic entrance to the kind of lower levels of the building where the underwater canal system is that has the super fast boats that get yanked through the city underground, because that's That's their submarine way.
That's really cool if that actually existed in real life.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like what if Venice, but it was all covered, you know.
That's true.
But as you show up, there are a lot of you're not quite sure if they're undead or if they're just a cult that's dressing up like undead, but there are a lot of them, and there is a very large hooded figure. Teddy, go ahead and roll me a history check.
Okay.
With a 20, yes, you have a feeling that this is one of them their cults that they were talking about in the city. And clearly this is the one that's obsessed with death and necromancy. And you know that that big shady guy in the back, there's a very, very good chance that that is the evil, corrupted, just distorted, warped person, that man of nastiness and necromancy, the crime lord, David Peterson.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Spooky. No, honestly, a cult
You're
leader
pretty
would have
sure
it
that
to be like
his strength is mostly in that people listen to him. So he's not himself probably not super scary, but also your report said he had like a dozen people. You see a lot more than a dozen people here. So you've done this long enough to know that if somebody has 3 times the numbers that you thought they did, anything could happen. Which, too bad, I don't think Ellie Goulding's from New York, but there is a song that you guys can think about.
40 troops total.
oh, no.
Well, do I actually know
I
that
can do math, and I'm pretty sure that's more than 3 times.
I rolled.
Now, do I actually know his
I'm lying,
name
I
is
can't do math.
David Peterson, or do I just not, or no?
Well, okay, so he goes by other names, like as a crime boss, but you've been following this guy. He's tried to start several cults in the city. You know
Okay.
that actually, there's a very good chance that that's the guy you know as the criminal, David
Okay.
Peterson.
Ron will say, looks to be like a dozen guys. I think we can handle this.
Not really a dozen,
That looks more like 3 dozen.
but anywho, this
I love the
has
running
been on
joke,
my wanted
but it
list
can't
for a
count.
while, and I have no problems having his face beat my big stick.
Wait, what do you say with that? What was the
I
running
said
joke?
I love there's a running joke that our group can't count.
Yeah.
Just constantly like,
To be fair,
"Oh,
all the
whatever, I
jokes you
do
guys
math."
have made have been running jokes because you haven't had a moment to stand still and catch your breath.
Oh,
Hey, I've been
boo.
flying half the
Wait, then we
time.
need to change a character's name. Should be running in the Lee instead of standing
Running
in
in
the
the
Lee.
lead.
Yeah, except
Yeah,
that's not a
I'm-
pun on a famous and well-beloved New Yorker. So
Yeah, I don't seem to be standing around a lot.
Okay, so you guys, should we
they're
eliminate these
standing
people
there.
first?
David
Or-
is currently standing there, and he's just like, ha 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 ha! Lo, and look upon my army. We shall rise in whatever tragedy is befalling this city, and from here in the center, I shall rule my new empire. Ha 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 ha
But
ha!
why?
All right, hold on. Teddy's
Sorry.
gonna step up, and he's just gonna go. I would like to damn well see you try against me and my raiders.
And you guys have heard this before. I don't think you've ever done any work with them before, but Teddy
Yeah,
blows
Teddy.
his.
No, Teddy's gonna pull up the horn
Yeah.
and just straight
Oh.
up blow into it.
There is immediately an answering cry from either side of the street. There's an answering cry from up here and up here, almost as if somebody's been following you guys, waiting for this exact moment. And you hear the
Hey.
thunder of heavy hooves, and you hear the answering call of several cavalry horns, and you hear a cry go up of Rough Raiders! And coming in from either side are the glorious, the heroes of the sand-worn hill, Teddy Moosevelt's personal guard,
Warren
the
Hill.
Rough Raiders.
The Rough Raiders.
And as they gallop, Neil steps out of the way so they
Hill.
can fit up here on top and not be like
Sand Warren Hill.
Sand-worn hill. And you guys
Ridiculous.
face up with them backing up behind you, and they're prancing and they're beautiful. Look at the shining armor and the great stuff on their back and the lances that they carry and the sidearms and the glory and the majesty and the power. And David goes, "Oh crap. It's Teddy Roosevelt. What do you want, Teddy? I'm busy right now being fantastic.
Hey, it's Ron the Pearlman too. Don't forget about me.
Ooh, a pirate. I'm so scared. I'm not alive anymore. I've transcended life. I'm undead. And that appears to
You're
be
about
news
to
to some
be
of
dead
his
in a minute,
followers
lad.
because a whole bunch of them, about half of them, go, "Wait, what?" and turn around and look at him.
Lad, you're about to be dead in a hot minute once my stick gets over there to congratulate the meagle face and congratulate you on your stupidity of the highest caliber.
It's funny, caliber. That's a cavalry term, isn't it? And one of his guys says, "No, sir. It has to do with other things." And he goes, "Well, it sounds similar. Cavalry, caliber. Get them!" And all of his guys are going to take a lightning round as they charge. However, you notice that they move like undead, and they don't get very far as they break into a kind of a shambling run. And with that, I will need you all to roll initiative. Teddy, if you want to roll the Rough Raiders as their own, you can. Otherwise, they just go on your turn.
I was gonna roll as their own thing. Maybe that'd be easier for the list.
Should we kill these guys first, or like fight them and let Kelp cast?
Why not both?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Both,
Because that could definitely help fight here.
but you might not need to.
12, 11, and 8.
Also, if you cast it while we're fighting, we'll.
Oh, right, because I accidentally clicked on my token for the Rough Raider bit. Rip.
If it takes 30 seconds, it's going to be probably most of the fight that you're casting. So by the time like we beat them, like we'll probably beat them before the casting's done.
Yeah. I also have spells I can help
Stupid
with the fight.
Also, remember how I had it originally where it was in your field of vision? You know that you should probably be on top of something.
Yeah.
Because
So I
if you
shouldn't be doing
accidentally
it
make it so that it is on vision, that would be really bad. Because if you're downstairs, you know that you're supposed to get on top of the building up here, basically.
Yeah. We have to fight this.
Okay.
Which. Okay. Oh, I didn't add him. But he wants to go last anyway, so he is choosing to hold his spot in the initiative order. Sort this by descending. And we're going to start with Ron the Pearlman. Ron, you can tell that it'll take them at least another 2 full turns to even make it to you guys.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm
So
gonna get.
if you run up there and nothing happens this turn, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You also know you have heavy cavalry behind you, and it might be better for them to, if you guys kind of go at least slightly to the side.
Oh, okay.
You know, or around stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys have fought a couple times with heavy cavalry, not the Rough Raiders necessarily, but I mean, you guys have all heard about their heroic exploits at Sanborn Hill.
Do we have high ceilings in here?
This is outside. This is a courtyard.
Okay.
These are roofs of other buildings nearby. This is a very densely populated part of the town.
Okay.
And this is normally a hustling and bustling location, as this is the stairs down into the the impressive central, the impressive middle conjunction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to. So basically, well, I'm gonna since I don't want to do that. Hold on, go back. I always have trouble with the dragon click. There we go. I'm gonna fly myself over there and land.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got more movement with the flight.
Yep.
So I'll fly up over there, land. They're not gonna get to me soon, right? Because if I hold an action, it'll be kind of pointless anyway.
Roll insight real quick.
10.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything to worry about. None of them have. This is not because you rolled. None of them appear to have any long range weapons or anything like that. So you're not worried this turn.
All right.
Plus, if you move up a turn, they move up a turn. You should be able to attack first on the next turn.
Okay. I guess it doesn't really take much away anyway, so I'm gonna hold an action anyway. I'll hold an action for my attack with the katana. Just
Okay.
normal.
If anybody gets close to you,
Yeah.
they will get attacked with the katana. Neil.
I will say well, things are really heating up in here. And I will cast Fireball over the heads, arching into the middle of the group here. I believe Fireball has a pretty long range.
It's a long distance spell for sure.
I think it's 103 feet.
150,
not 90.
yeah.
150.
And then wherever it lands, it's a 20-foot radius. So I'm gonna hit right into the middle here. Let me just zoom out a little. See. Yeah, right here in the middle. Some 20-foot radius here.
Fireball.
I will cast that at 5th level.
Here, we're gonna do this because this is easier actually.
5th level.
20-foot radius. Everybody can see it, and I want it to be red. Save setting. Then we're gonna edit the token so that it is controlled by Rosario. There you go. So that's your fireball right there. You can move that around now.
Yay.
And they physically can't make a 24, so they all fail.
Okay,
41
points.
Actually, let's count up how many there are and see if anybody can get a nat 20. 3. Is that 14 of them?
I don't know.
That looks like you hit 14 of them right there. So let's roll. 14.
Yep, 14 I count.
D20. One of them survived, but you hit 2 who aren't in the circle because their buddies catch on fire and go hug them. So these two right here get hugged by people as they go, "Ah, I'm on fire."
A nice warm embrace.
And that's 41 damage, and it's fire. So
Burn.
if you had to guess, these things are just about done. The ones that you just hit with that. Fire appears to be very effective on them because they wear lots of heavy cloth and they don't clean it, so it's kind of greasy.
Nice. So bonus action, I sprout my wings, and I will head up like 20 feet in the air over here.
Okay,
And
you
that'll be the
are
end of my
hovering
turn. Yep.
about 20 feet in the air.
Mhm.
Wings.
And that's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Teddy.
Mhm. Time for Teddy to charge.
Yeah. Teddy is going to move up and off to the side just a smidge. And as he's moving up, he's going to look behind him and go and look at his lieutenant, who is, I'm going to name this because I don't care. He's going to look back and go, "Yo, Kim, would you be a good soul and dispatch the riffraff for me?"
To which he says, "Now that's something I can do." And you give the command to charge?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, you rolled their initiative, so they have to wait until their turn to charge.
I'm just for cosmetic bit. It's just for the cosmetics.
Well, I'm
The
about to
aesthetic
trash.
Anything else for Teddy, though?
Teddy is going to take a he's going to ready an action for if anyone gets within range. He is I don't know what. No, you know what? Let me see. Hold on. Let me. Oh. Oh, I gotta check range on this. I forgot I had this. They're not in range yet. Okay, yep,
And
just ready an action for
hammer.
them to attack.
Okay, so it's their turn now?
Yep.
Okay, so they're
Well,
not moving in concert anymore.
Well, it's not the Rough Raiders turn yet. They're like 2 turns down. It's the group even. I thought you were the Rough Raiders.
No, not yet.
Did
They're
I
all
kill
kind
any
of
of the
passing through their friends because they all.
Did I kill any of the zombies?
No,
The
but
Raiders?
you. Well, first of all, they just look like zombies. But you're
They're
kind of
cold.
suspicious that they might be people cosplaying now, because when you hit them with fire, it hurt them, but it's more like because they don't shower enough and they all screamed like humans would scream.
Okay. But they're hurt.
So you're
though.
kind of like, that's definitely a cult.
Okay. But I did hurt some of them.
Oh yeah, and the ones you
I
hurt,
did
the ones that
41
you hurt
damage,
are
so-
almost fucking dead.
Okay.
They are
got it.
they are on their last limsies. So that's all their turn. They're just shambling forward, and the ones who are on fire are just kind of like, I don't like being on fire. But again, nobody can really move very fast, so they're just mostly excited to not be where the fire was. They also probably aren't good with tactics because they are running directly for the cavalry. Or at least they appear to be doing so. The last one. Pew. Okay. With that, it is the Rough Rider's turn. And they can go straight through, stand in the lead, remember?
Yep.
It's a little far for them, though.
Yeah, they're moving speed to 60.
But you could absolutely have them pull up a little further and then prepare a charge action.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do is move up like 40 and then
Or
prepare the charge.
Or they do have a long distance as well.
Nah, I think doing the... No, I'm going to have them like move up a little bit and then prepare the charge.
Okay, so they moved up, what is that, 40 feet, right?
Or you know what? I'm going to move them back just a smidge here. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm only going to have them move up like 20 feet.
So as soon as enough of them show up in range
Yeah.
of charging, they will charge them.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I move them too far, they won't have the space to charge. They need at
Perfect.
least, what is it, 20 feet? Yeah.
And the fireball went away after it exploded, so pew. And then all of these guys are just going to move up as well with their cronies. Although that guy's not there. That guy's there. I don't think I covered anybody. That does it for them. Stand in the Lee. You're up. You can move directly through this. This is a unit of multiple guys on horses. A single monk could run through them just fine.
Okay, he's gonna run through them up to
Okie
this
dokie.
guy. Wave. And slap him.
When you wave, he goes, "Oh my god, it's Stand in the Lee." And then you slap him.
25.
Hits.
That will be 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage makes it
Fire
14 as where you hit catches on fire in the shape of your hand. And he goes, "Oh, ow, ow, ow!" And he starts patting it out, but that's just making it worse. And the fans are like, the fire is starting to flare even harder. 17 hits.
That's
You
22
slap him
fire
again for
damage.
22 fire damage. And he's just like, "Oh, no, is it good? Why are you hitting me?"
I look at him dead in the eyes like, do you want to be here?
Because, no, but the sky is falling.
Then run
Very
away.
briefly, you look up and you think you see a cloud that looks like a chicken.
I'll give you the option to run away, or more fire is coming your way.
And as he's smacking his face. He's like, "My face is on fire. I can't see."
I wish I still had my fire breath attack.
Yeah, that would have been helpful. Yeah. Anything else from you, Stan in the Lee?
I'll punch him
Because
one more time.
he's not going to surrender. He's too confused and scared.
17 to hit.
Hits.
And that'll be 26 more fire.
6. He is wobbly on his legs now.
I should have flurried of blows. Oh well. That's everything.
You still
Okay.
can't you? It's a bonus action. Did you use a bonus?
I use my bonus action to attack.
Okay.
Now hold on just a second here because we might have the first haha moment today.
Haha.
Nope, 60 feet. So you guys all see David Peterson go, "I'm going to..." damn it, he's too far away. Fine. And he starts waddling, and you realize David's probably a pretty fat guy. So maybe he's not all ethereal under his cloak. He's just tubby. But he starts wandering closer, and he's waving his finger around in the air like this, like he's going to cast something that only has a 30-foot casting thing. But he does nothing. Ron, you're up.
Do we see that these guys are like scared? Like, I feel like, should I actually attack these guys?
Yeah, so the ones that are on fire are like, oh my god, I'm on fire. The rest of them are like cult-like, and they're going, David Peterson's gonna rule the world. All we have to do is kill these guys, and then David Peterson will save us from whatever the heck is going on. Because the ground is still shaking every now and then. Keep in mind the tremors from whatever they're doing with the Abeyance Forge. That's still happening. And then also, like, everybody in the city felt the Empyreans land. Everybody in the city can feel the giants smashing around on the island. Anybody who's in tune with any sort of magic at all knows that there's both a lich and a bunch of undead, and then also something necrotic in Maharani's. And then you guys aren't aware of this because you guys have been pretty focused on this. After this battle, you will be able to see when you look towards the bronze that there are lasers and stuff like that happening all over the bronze as the beholders are running amok as well. So there's just a lot going on right now, and these guys decided to put their faith in David Peterson.
All right. So I took off with my wings. You know, not high in the air, but just enough to get me that extra 10 feet in between these two clowns. I will attack. I'm gonna go back and forth on these guys like I did before. So I'm gonna start with the left guy. 25 to hit. 17 slashing, 7 lightning.
That guy was in the fireball, I believe, and he goes down.
Nice. Oh, I have the 2 on. Okay, I'll do it one hand. I'll hit the other guy.
Only gave you one attack because samurai style, it's like, it's good. You're good enough. It's all cool. You get the 2 lightning on it.
Wait, so you're saying I shouldn't do that all the time, or
No. You should. Whenever you're attacking, you should have that on there.
Yeah, always the one hand.
It's always 2 damage, so it's easiest.
That's true.
A 20 hits. Did somebody just drop your
dropped
teapot?
Yeah,
I wasn't aware that I had a British player on my stream today.
Teapot.
I did have tea. Yeah.
Oh, it was Rosario. That's fine. That's actually understandable.
Almost the same amount of damage, minus 1 lightning.
Yeah, and that guy who was also in the flames goes down as well.
Why are you guys so weak?
This guy says they were on fire.
No excuses. I'm always on fire. That guy's too far. Damn. Do we do the thing here too that we could do a 5-foot bonus action step?
Sure.
All right, because I will.
I mean, that's
do
in
that.
base D&D, so.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right.
It's
so
just
I'll-
very rarely useful in a lot of campaigns, whereas in this one, apparently, and also metas, that happens.
Yeah, because I need to get into the 5-foot range for this last guy, so that's literally perfect.
All
right, and then I will attack him.
Go for it. 25 hits. And he
22
perishes as well.
Nice. Oh, these guys. I just have one more attack, but I can't hit anybody. Can I? I mean, it was so. Can I try to do like an air slice? I think I did that before, but it was because something crazy happened with my roll.
Yeah, that was.
Can I just like attempt that? I guess.
Yeah,
like,
why not? But instead of an attack roll,
instead
of an attack roll, roll an Arcana, which you're not good at because you're not magic at all.
I'll do that, but I was thinking like since last time it happened on like, I think I had a nat 1 and a 20 or whatever, that I would do my attack on that, and if I hit that, then it would work.
Yeah, so you do a perfect slash through the air, like you've trained when you're doing your katas and stuff like that. And this guy flinches, but it doesn't appear to have hit him.
So I'll just he'll just laugh. Gotcha.
And
You're
he
next.
actually goes like, huh?
You're next. Come over here.
And with that, it's Neil's turn.
Hello,
Neil,
sorry.
give
I was just
me a perception check.
I was just sweeping up the broken glass that I just dropped on the floor.
Was
So
he?
for my
Alright.
turn,
Oh, you actually did break something? I'm sorry.
yeah,
I
I
didn't-
I
dropped.
didn't realize that.
It just shattered all over.
Oh my god.
It's fine. We have
That's
more
rough.
teacup. Okay, so let me fly forwards. What did the Rough Riders do? They didn't move forwards.
The Rough Riders were kind of out of range, so they're waiting for those guys to move up before they charge and break their
Ah.
spirit.
Okay, fly 30 feet forward over here, and then let's see. Am I in range? Yeah, I should be in range. Over here. I will launch a fireball right into the middle. Where's the fireball token?
Oh, crap. I think I deleted it. But I can make a new one post haste. Check this out. You just go boom. You just go boom. Controlled by Rosario. And then give it an aura of... It's how long? 20 feet? Right?
Yeah.
20 feet for fireball?
Yes.
Make this one slightly darker. There, you should be able to control it now. Okay, you cast it here.
Nice.
Even if they were capable of succeeding, these two were in the last one as well as this guy, I believe.
Oh,
He
just to be
dies.
clear too, if you cast on the fireball, Rosario, unlike Wes, you could cast it on Ron. He'll be completely fine.
Yes, you would know that Ron is resistant or immune to
Immune.
fire damage.
And you know that Stanley is pretty resilient towards fire damage.
Yeah, and Stanley doesn't really give a shit about most
Yeah, we're
AoEs.
fine.
He's
Here, I
so
roll.
good.
Here now.
24 damage fire.
Yep, and this time I'm going to mark all of them because I think I might be wrong about who actually caught on fire last time. But they all fail. They all take double damage.
Okay, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, and that'll make it
I'll get
Teddy's
back
turn.
to sweeping my floor.
Oh god, I had to sneeze it for a second. Alright. I'm gonna move up 30 feet. And then character sheet. There's so many different character sheets. Too many.
You have like 2.
Still too many.
You see,
Too
how
many.
there's too many. You see how many tokens there are on the board right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The different arts. Each one of them has a different character sheet, bro.
I know.
I've got a bunch of stuff open right now, bruh.
I know. I'm just joking.
Hey, it would be
Yes.
easier if you didn't want
Uh,
to, give us so many enemies. Make your life easier.
Yeah, but that's not fun for the stream. Also, we're gonna just put that on the GM layer, and I'll bring it back up if you need it.
Alright. So I'm going to cast Flame Strike on this square right here. On this gentleman right here. So anything within a 10-foot radius of him is going to get burned.
Ping him again. Which one?
This one right here on the corner of the tomb to hit at least the most people hit this concentration.
Okay.
So I figure the fireball on the right is dealing with those folks, so I'm going to deal with these folks on the left.
See, I know that has a snowflake on it, but it looks round, so we're not going to use that one. There's not really a good one to use for being flame striked. That's definitely a leaf. We'll go with that one, I suppose. So 10-foot radius around him.
Yep.
10-foot radius of flame. And they might be able to make some dexterity saving throws. Might. There are 6 of them in there. None of them make their dexterity saving throws. They all take 50 fire damage, which I believe only cooks this guy to death. Everybody else just catches on fire.
They also take the radiant damage as well.
Oh, so that was half. So they take 26 fire, 12 radiant, not 50 damage total. Okay. Radiant damage doesn't do much. In that kind of is like, yeah, these are just dudes cosplaying as
Yeah.
cultists.
So that's fine. Still doing radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's one. It's both, not one or the other.
I had doubled the radiant damage as well, but they're not vulnerable to radiant.
Okay.
Originally.
And that
So,
is my turn.
okie dokie. With that, it is some of their turns. And the guy you just flame strike, is he permanently affected by that, or I forget how flame strike works. Like you set him on fire, but does he have that aura on him still, or is it just a one-time thing?
Okay, Vet.
Fine, I'll look it up myself. Flame strike. It's instantaneous, so it goes away. So he does not have a radius on him anymore. But they're all starting to get close enough to make attacks on people.
Oh no, they're attacking people.
Well, the ones that are still alive, yeah.
Yes, they're coming after me. Your
Can't
funeral.
if I don't get close enough to see ya. Or how does that JoJo line go? Now the question is, where is their character sheets right now? Here it is. Character sheet. Make sure we're rolling this to GM. Wow, guys. Well, the ones that are on fire can't do jack shit. In fact, the one next to Stand in the Lee, he swings his little glaive spear thing axe, dude. It's a weird weapon. It's clearly not good for combat. And he manages to kill his friend as he swings wildly, and it just thunks directly into his head.
I look at him
And
like,
then
you're
there's
right,
a
friend.
horrible noise when that happens, and this guy over here next to Ron looks over and sees that and goes, "Oh God!" And he closes his eyes when he swings, and he does it to his friend as well.
Oh my god.
So let's see. For Stand in the Lee, 15 does not hit, I assume.
I would assume not.
Okay, Teddy, does a 21 hit? I'm going to assume a 21 does not hit because I'm pretty sure his AC is higher than that. Ron! This guy right here on your left, he goes to attack you, and you just kind of sidestep out of the way, and he carries forward, and he kills the guy who just killed his friend.
Oh my god.
They rolled a bunch of attacks. 4 of them were nat ones.
Oh my god.
So
Ron will laugh,
woof.
and he'll be like, "You guys are hilarious. You should join my crew."
Oh, but the joke's not over yet because now it's these guys' turn, and they're very much not happy about how things are going.
You guys are welcome to join my crew before I kill you.
Are you sure you want to invite people who are very clearly bad at combat to do that?
Yeah, it'd be funny.
That's fair. He can move all the way up as well.
I'm back.
He's going to go for Stand in the Lee, and then so Stand in the Lee is going to take 2 attacks. Ron is going to take... No, this guy can move as well. He's going to move up, and that means that guy can move there instead. So Ron, you're going to take 3 attacks right here.
Okay.
And then Stand in the Lee is going to take 2, and only one of those is advantage. I'm going to assume a 25 hits Stand in the Lee.
Yep.
You take 12 necrotic damage from that.
Oh no.
A 16 does not hit. A 20 doesn't hit Ron. A 23, does a 23 hit Ron?
Yes, it does. I can make it not. What did you say before about the David Peterson 35-foot range was his spell casting?
Or something like that. 30. The spell he's casting has a range, and you guys were 120 feet away, and he's like, I got to get closer.
Okay. All right, I'll let that hit.
Okay, so you get hit for 16 necrotic damage, and the other guys just kind of swing at you, and you just parry very neatly and nicely. That makes it the Rough Riders' turns. So they are, I think, close enough that they could help Teddy out, or they could help Stand in the Lee out, and there happens to be 2 of them. So
Yep. So one's gonna go help me out.
I'm going to put you guys all to the front, and I'm going to put these guys to the back, so you should be able to just move them directly under the tokens.
Yep, there we go.
Boom, just like that. With the thunder of mighty hooves, the great and mighty, they would only be able to move to here, but they would be able to hit the guy in front or
Yeah.
that guy, because they can only hit 3 people at a time. So
Yeah.
that guy
was
needs to go to the
that.
back because he's dead. They're standing on top of him. So go
I'll
ahead
put 'em,
and
like,
roll.
Oh no,
Yep,
I'll put
that
'em
works
right
too.
there.
However you want to do it. They're more than enough
that
room
would
to
work.
maneuver. Go ahead and roll the attacks. You can either roll once and then just do the damage 3 times, or you can roll all 5 attacks if you want. But with a mighty rumble in the streets, the heaviest cavalry known to the world at this point, the Rough Raiders themselves, the heroes of Sandworn Hill, charge down,
Alright,
leveling
so-
spears and
Okay,
screaming
it's the
mightily.
spear charge then for. Okay.
Yeah, spear charge, and then yep, that hits. And then of course hooves as well.
Okay, so that's damage.
If they were
26.
necessary, you kill that guy. You definitely kill this guy as well. He drops to the back. Were you attacking this guy who is on fire, or the guy who is not on fire?
The guy who is not on fire.
He dies from that as well, because that's the one that Ron's been slapping.
Okay.
So they
So
take
all-
out 3 with a mighty crash, and Stand in the Lee has fought with cavalry enough times to know he just kind of ducks, and he's totally fine.
Okay.
I will let you make a hoof attack on this guy with them as well, because technically they're in range. A 17 hits.
Okay,
22 bludgeoning. He's not quite down, but he is very close.
Okay.
And then the other ones?
Alright, start with the spear for the other ones. I'm assuming 25 hits since the 26 hit.
Yes.
29 piercing for that.
See, these guys have not been hit by anything yet, so they simply take the damage.
Okay.
But 29 piercing damage is not anything to sneeze at by any strength or any stretch of the imagination.
Now time for
Then they
hooves.
also get a hoof attack on them as well, because they're 29 hits.
Yep. And 20 damage to each.
They're not having a good day right now, as the horses kind of stomp and rear up and crash down on them. And I think that'll do it for them, correct?
Yep, that's their turns.
Okay. It is now the last group of guys here who can move up to there, which means one of them gets to attack. 2 of them get to attack. One of them gets to attack the Rough Raiders. So the one attacking the Rough Raiders, does a 25 hit the Rough Raiders?
25, yes.
That one takes 19 necrotic damage.
Which one? The one on the right?
Yeah, this one. They're 2. We're not doing the left hand yet.
Okay.
And then Stand in the Lee. One of them also goes to attack you. I'm assuming an 11 doesn't hit, so we're going to move sides.
It wishes.
I don't even think it did. I think it was just too bummed out by doing that.
No, it wishes he wasn't there anymore.
Okay, so 2 of them are going to attack the Rough Raiders right here as they move up. Does an 18 or a 19 hit on the Rough Raiders? Teddy?
I'm sorry, what was it?
An 18 and a 19. Did that hit the
Yeah, both
Raiders?
of them hit. Yeah, both of them hit. Just barely.
All right, so they take 15 and 18 necrotic damage. And Teddy, you're close enough to realize that there is some sort of actual arcane power in these weapons. So whatever David's been up to recently, he actually learned how to do something.
Okay. Can I actually check to see if I know what arcane he's been using?
Yeah. Although that might be better for somebody like Neil to try
Yeah,
to
but
do.
in
But
the
yeah, go
heat of
ahead.
the moment right now, he's just gonna try.
Okay, we're gonna do this. Actually, we're gonna go none, and then it's gonna be controlled by Puzz. There you go, because it's matching your guys's. It's matching both tokens right now to the same HP, which that's not how the game is played.
Yeah, you'll need to unlink the character sheet from both
Oh,
tokens.
I forgot about that. But the name doesn't have to change, and it can still be controlled by Puzz pretty easily. Save. So let's see. The one on the left just took 15 and 18 necrotic damage,
Yeah.
which math dictates that that's 33 damage, correct?
Yep, and that matches.
Is it
It's the other one
174,
that's off.
which matches minus 33. Oh, so that was the correct one. So the
That
other
was
one,
the correct
the
one.
other
It's
one
the
only
right
took
one.
the other one only took a couple of hits, right?
Yeah, it only took one hit, and it was 13 damage. Kind of right.
I think the one on the right took 16 damage.
Oh, no, it was 16.
Yeah, so put him back to 174, and then minus 16 damage. Perfect. Okay, they're all good there. That's those guys' turns, because none of them can reach anybody because their friends are all in the way. Stand in the Lee, you're up.
Okay.
And you can tell that these guys are all burning and stuff like that. This is not going to take too much slapping to make these guys all go away.
Okay, so I'm gonna kick this guy.
The guy on top of the plinth thingy right here,
Yes.
that suspiciously looks like a tomb. But why would you put a coffin on display in your impressive central or impressive middle
17 to
conjunction?
hit.
You know, so 17 hits.
That'll be 9 additional fire damage, so 18.
18 fire damage, which knocks him on his keister, and he passes out, burning up.
And I turn with my foot in the air to kick the other guy. So the first one was the palm of his foot. This one's the top of his foot.
29 hits.
For 14.
And even with 14 bludgeoning damage, oh no, that doesn't quite kill him. That doesn't quite kill him. He is barely still alive, that one. He was not attacked by the raiders. Otherwise, he'd be dead.
Okay.
If you jumped up on top of the guy you just killed, you could probably flurry of blows to either side. Or if you jumped right here, you could reach all three of them, potentially.
Or I can just do this.
Or you can just leave. That guy is going to take a very half-hearted...
No, he's not. I attacked
Oh, did
him.
you disengage?
Oh,
That's right. You have the feat that if you attack somebody, they don't get attack of opportunity on you.
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, so you just kind of are like... Cavalry will literally walk all over you guys, and you take off running. I'm assuming you're headed straight for David Peterson. You didn't remember that you have a
Yes.
canal to catch, right? Okay.
No.
Anything else from you?
Bonus action dash for a key point.
Okay, so you get right up in his face. Give me an investigation check as you get right up in his face.
16.
With a 16, that is enough to reveal that rather than this ghostly apparition with burning red eyes that you see there before you, that is actually oh, nope, fucking don't do that. Undo. I want to copy that. That rather than this large and imposing figure that is David Peterson, that's like a guy.
It's a guy.
Hi there, pretty boy.
Yeah, and when you come running at him, he kind of like hoists off the cloak, and the kind of the glowing red eye effect goes down. You recognize it was just thaumaturgy, but since he was technically standing a little farther away from you, he kind of like throws the cloak at you as kind of like, hey, no, go back! What are you doing?
And that'll be my turn.
Not the face!
Okay.
Not the face!
It technically was David Peterson's turn next, but I took his token off of the order. So David, you go there. And it is now David's turn. And David had that spell prepped, so he does in fact hit you with Finger of Death. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a targeted spell, right?
Yeah, that is a 1 target.
Yeah, that's at advantage, so 26.
Yeah, he doesn't get you. I think you take half the damage though. He does 54 necrotic damage to you, but since you
Wow.
didn't die, you don't turn into a zombie. And with that, David starts crying.
How much?
It was a total of 56 or 54, and so you take half of that.
22, 25, 26, 27.
But when that doesn't work and you just kind of shrug it off, like he just poked you in the spine as opposed to dying and turning into a zombie under his command, David breaks. He starts crying and he starts running away. You get an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Too bad I can't grapple.
Just knock him out.
18.
That hits.
That'll be 14 fire damage.
He is not a greasy, unwashed little turd. So, and he threw away his big greasy cloak. So that's just 14 fire damage to him. But you do make him cry even harder as he starts running away. And when he starts crying even harder, some of his men turn around and are like, "Hey, wait a minute. That wasn't the plan." And so here at the top of the turn order, if you guys want to try getting them to surrender again, I will allow you guys to make intimidation rolls as you start yelling for their surrender, as heavy cavalry bears on them and ancient heroes of legend, not ancient heroes, but like from a decade ago, heroes of legend start beating the crap out of their boss and making him cry like a little baby.
Guys, come on, look at that guy. What a wimp. Put your arms down, join my crew, and let's end this fight. Come
That
see
would
the
be more
open ocean.
persuasion
with me.
than intimidation. Roll persuasion.
Yeah. I definitely want to persuade them, not intimidate them at the moment.
Well, good cop, bad cop. The
21.
ones next to you all are kind of like, yeah, okay. And so everybody adjacent to you, and then the two guys who are adjacent to them, they start putting their weapons down. Nobody else does though, and now they're like, well, hold on. I thought the whole goal was to fight to the death or survive. This is neither of those options. What's going on? And so I think it's time for bad cop.
Okay. All right.
But you already went.
Oh, okay. I can't go again. Okay, fine.
Bad cop is someone
and
else.
I was
who
gonna
would
also
make the
threaten
best
them
bad cop here?
as a pirate. That's true. I would be the best bad cop, but too late.
No, because you're a criminal like them who made good. So you're like, come on, guys, you can surrender. Everything will be fine. And they're like, hey, you surrendered and everything was fine. The difference is that you prompted that. You didn't cosplay like a zombie and be a little turd. But Teddy
I was gonna
Roosevelt
threaten them
or
for not
Teddy
joining.
Roosevelt is definitely somebody who can scream. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
And he's also got the Rough Raiders backing him up. So if he makes intimidation attacks or attempts right now, he has advantage.
Yeah, no, Teddy would absolutely be the bad cop if no one else is gonna do it.
Go ahead, roll intimidation and role play what you're yelling.
All right, you little whippersnappers, I'm gonna need you to lay down your arms like your fellow compatriots over there just did, or else me and the Rough Raiders are gonna have a really fun time bashing your pretty little faces in. Now, here's your options. You can join our menagerie and become something bigger than yourself and also something greater than yourself, because right now you're part of nothing other than garbage. I mean, look at your leader over there. He's freaking crying like a little bitch. And he's just gonna roll intimidation.
Yeah. With a 29? Yeah, everybody on this side except these two basically over here by the Rough Riders who start, or the Rough Raiders who start
If
they
they
start
start
backing
pulling
away.
back, do my Rough Raiders get an attack of opportunity?
If they want to, they can be like,
Oh yeah,
no,
they're absolutely going to
surrender,
attack.
you guys get stabbed.
Yeah, they had a chance.
Yep.
That would be the sidearm flurry.
Yes, because they're not charging.
Yeah.
Well, luckily that was the first roll. A 21 hits.
All right.
22 slashing damage, kills the first one, but not the second one, who then immediately goes, okay, I surrender. And so technically, you guys are out of combat now, because the only thing that's happening is David Peterson is running away.
Yeah, get him,
But
Stan Lee.
since Stan Lee can move more than twice as fast as him in a single turn,
Yeah.
he does not get very far before he's cornered.
That's a poor grapple.
It's better than his. He got a 4.
Wow.
He only has a +2 to strength, and he rolled a nat 2. So, and also he's literally crying, and somebody smacked him, and he was on fire, and this was supposed to be his glorifying day of ascension, and instead he's like all messed up.
Should we kill him?
No.
I think we have
I
more.
am
I
one
think
that
you'd
would-
have to kill me. That doesn't seem like the best thing to do. Like, after all, then you'd have to deal with another corpse, and the city clearly has too many of those today.
And whose fault
what's
is
another,
that?
What's another
I
body on
didn't
the
do
pile?
anything. I hadn't killed anyone. I was simply standing here with my friends dressing up.
David, you were
we were
absolutely up to something, and
showed up today that we could fight them for the good of the city, and we totally weren't planning on taking it over for ourselves. We were going to be defenders and hopefully change the attitude about necromancy in the
I
city.
start
and be like,
dragging him.
and
Teddy's gonna start slowly walking up the steps as he's like blathering as well before he starts getting dragged back. And Teddy's just gonna go, "Look, son, I don't care what your stance is or what your beliefs are, because what you just committed. What's another pile that's grown one body bigger?"
and he stopped speaking at that point because he thinks that means you're going to murder him, and he just says,
And I
in the
proceed-
meanwhile, all the guys, they kind of gather over here.
And I make sure to drag him through the blood.
Are they gathering over there? Okay. I want to go to where like they're gathering. I want to get
Yeah.
up on top. So
Well, I'm gonna line them all up over here, and then say that the Rough Riders are just kind of keeping an eye on them. They do all toss their weapons like into a pile right here between the corpses.
Mhm.
Um,
Ron's gonna get on top and be like,
there's a Rough Raider
Alright.
here, and a Rough Raider here, but they are on top now. So
who is joining my naval crew?
well, this is really not the time to be preaching about recruiting people,
Yeah.
because I don't know if you guys remember this, but there's like
There's a whole
vampires
attack
and
on the city.
liches and
I know, but
giants
I
and
wanna
all that
recruit-
kind of stuff.
I
And
want
also,
to.
you just beat these guys; they're not really like jazzed up to go
Yeah.
signing up for
Let's
shit.
go fight.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them like a pirate would, and then have them make them help us right now, like help fight the things.
Oh,
in the city.
Teddy's walking up to them.
Okay, that would work if you're kind of like, who wants to help save the city today? But if you're just like, who
Mhm.
wants to join a pirate crew? They're like, dude, we already had one jackass telling us to do something weird, like dress up as zombies and be a cult. We're
Yeah,
not
they
going to
know
fall
I'm,
for that again today. But if you're like, you see those meteors falling from the sky? That's not good. Do you guys want to help stop that from murdering all of your friends and loved ones?
Mhm.
Then they might listen.
Yeah.
Now,
So he'll just
congratulations!
assume-
You all have been enlisted, and by enlisted I mean enforced into being into this cavalcade that we are going to use to help save the city. And
Yeah,
you will be following Ron the Pearlman here into battle.
Yeah.
If I hear any objections, my big stick will be meeting your lovely faces. Any hesitation, my big stick will be meeting your lovely faces.
Oh,
Any
still-
turning
are you
around
still-
or
you're still dragging-
cowarding.
You're still
Yeah.
dragging David Peterson, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Well,
made sure
I
to
know
drag
that.
him through the blood.
That's Neil the Celt that is the entire time.
Come on, crew.
Um,
I
Join
want
you
him
have
to be
control over
bloody.
his token now, so you can move him as you will.
Okay.
We will fight
Uh,
and defend the city.
Both of you roll persuasion at advantage, as Teddy and Ron are hyping
I
them
do
up.
it as intimidation because Teddy's doing this more as an intimidation tactic.
Oh, because you're not trying to
True.
convince them to follow you. You're trying to convince them to.
Oh no, I'm
Mhm.
straight up telling them like you
Yeah.
will do this.
Right,
Or
but you're
else-
saying you
Oh, I
will
rolled
follow
perception,
Ron,
shit.
Yeah,
whereas
this is-
Ron's like, "Come on, follow me." That's perception.
Oh, my
Like,
my persuasion's
this
the
is
same.
order 226
Okay,
in
so
Soviet
22
Union
for persuasion.
Stalingrad.
Give me an intimidation to boost his, but you're making an advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong one, but my persuasion's also +8. So
A 28,
Okay.
yeah. So all of them are like, yeah. As soon as we put the fire out, we will be more than happy to help with the city, because that's what we wanted to do anyways. David's just okay. Look, we're all like 1st through 5th cousins, and David was the only guy who had an idea of what we should do to actually help. Okay, so like,
Look, I didn't say anything about putting out fires first. I said that you need to follow him into battle, which is going to be the start of it. So you're going to do as we say,
I mean,
or bad things are going to happen.
the men who are on fire should put themselves out first. Otherwise, they're gonna.
Yeah, but I thought they meant like actual like buildings and stuff like that.
no, the buildings aren't on fire. Just the people that got slapped with things like fireball and fire punch.
Are we gonna have them like follow us or send them off? Because if we're gonna send them off to a different direction to fight, then I'm gonna just
Well, and so
randomly.
nobody died in the Rough Riders, but a couple of guys got wounded. So if you want, the wounded guys can take over as officers and dismount and join them as
cool.
as officers, and you guys can assign them to some problem in the city.
Nice. That's what we'll do then. Because I was literally just gonna randomly guy and be like, "You're in charge. This is what you guys gotta do." But I like if we have the Rough Riders take over
All right.
instead.
Yeah.
All right, at least two, like at least the few of the injured Rough Riders will dismount and do what they need to do to keep these guys in line.
All right. Where do we want to
Okay.
send them in the city?
Yeah, here let's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go to the map.
We're gonna say that since he has his wings out, Neil flies up and takes a look around and sees what's going on. There is another. I know Lady Germanata is there. There's another distress signal from the vampires, though. So now there's the old one that Iron Mike set up, and now there is a fresh one from Lady Germanata. There is a lot of evidence that the giants are getting their asses kicked over here, and the Empyreans have spread out kind of all over
The island.
Territorian Island. And then for the other ones, the Beholders are moving on to the very famous Dyke Street, which, just so you guys know, a dike is the Dutch word for a seawall. And
Walls.
if you recall, there's a place in the world called Wall Street. This is basically that equivalent.
Just in the
Dyke
wrong
Street.
spot.
It is very much in the wrong spot.
Wall
But don't
Street
worry
in the
about it.
Bronx?
This is a fantasy world, so there is no wrong spot. That's where Dyke Street is.
Yeah,
But
it has
that
to be
is where the
accurate.
Beholders are clearly are, because that's like the only big thing in that area. But every once in a while, you see I-beams and lasers shooting up from the city at that point. What's
I'll be right back,
really,
guys.
really terrifying, though, is that originally you thought there was only one portal to hell, right? Well, from where you're standing, there definitely appears to be one at St. Hattrick's Cathedral, but there's another one on the other side of the Madman Cube Garden. So there's two portals to hell open right now, and you guys just fought some cultists. There's also an all clear from Harbor, who apparently made it all the way to the harbor, but you do not know where the liches went.
Oh, that's always.
All right. Let's send if there's a second
comforting.
signal in Maharanas, let's send our new recruits there. I think.
Okay.
Maybe I should channel my ability now.
Yep. Now we have.
That
now we
seems
can.
like a good idea.
Okay,
So I
you
don't
guys
actually have a
stand up.
rooftop map. I looked for one. I don't have a good one that's just a rooftop, but let's just assume you guys climb up on top of the highest roof in the impressive Middle Conjunction area, and you guys all keep an eye out while the Rough Raiders patrol the streets directly below and around that house, and everything starts going. And go ahead and describe what's going on,
Yes. So
Mr. DeKelp.
yes. So Neil DeKelp Tyson will. You'll see him have a set of rings, and as he starts attuning to the rings, a spectral gauntlet that only he can see appears on his hand. It takes about 30 seconds. Should I link in the chat the ability?
Yeah, you can go ahead and link it in the chat.
Doctrine of the Mad Titan. So these rings, over 30 seconds, he has this gauntlet appear on his hands with stones, and he snaps his fingers as he says, "Oh, what should I say? I'm inevitable." Nah, that's boring.
Inevitable.
Like, I am Tyson. Snap my fingers. And let me.
And
I really want to
nothing-
roll the damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the damage because it does happen. Everyone feels uneasy, like someone just unmade a massive amount of people.
Crazy.
But you don't
I think I
actually
broke.
there's no
roll
boom,
20.
like other than the actual metallic snap. There's no noise.
Holy
anything.
shit.
The damage came in.
But the sheer
What?
amount of damage, and that's not overall, that's not how much damage he did total. That is every target that it's affected.
Oh my god.
So what I want you to do now is I want you to roll a dice and call it odds or even. If you get it right, you will get the odd man out because currently you see 5 sets of enemies. If you call it
Ooh.
correctly, I will let you choose 3 of those enemies to go down. If you call it incorrectly, then just half of all the enemies in each section will die.
Ooh. Both are good options.
Both are good
Uh,
options because this is a game-breaking thing. And after we determine who, there will be a lot of black dust floating in the wind.
Okay, I am gonna choose even, and I'll roll my d20. See, come on, even. A 10, perfect.
Yes.
Hey!
Perfectly
Yay.
balanced. That's all things
The
should
whole
be.
thing should be.
Okay, that actually turned out a lot better than I thought. So, on this main map here, who
Not
would you
scripted, by
like
the way.
to annihilate?
Oh, we should.
Because there is vampires.
I think
You
none
don't know
of
where
us.
they are, but they're in range. So
I
the
think one
liches,
of the demons have to be
the
gone.
beholders,
The beholders.
2 sets of fiends, storm giants, and the Empyreans.
I think none of
So
us give an
there's
opinion.
1,
I
2,
think only
3, 4,
Rosario chooses.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 of them. So you choose 4 of these tokens to go off the map.
Oh
And yeah,
man.
it's Rosario choosing right now. You
Yeah.
guys can tell him because in the brief moment, as the
Mhm.
necrotic and the radiant lash out, he has just the barest inkling that he's like, "Oh, I can channel this where I want."
Oh yeah, I have to fire.
I think the
Nah,
beholder and the
So I
fiend should go.
I choose 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Okay, so
opinion.
I'm not
taking
giving
out
one.
the beholders.
Nice.
The
All of a sudden, the
lich-
lasers stop, and about 8 seconds later, just a large black wind kind of floats
Okay.
up off of the city. 1.
Next is the liches. We don't know where
Nice.
they are.
The liches.
We're right next to us.
Are they? Is that them?
Okay. You feel that something there shielded a couple of them, but
Hmm.
98% of the liches just kind of floated away.
I don't like that.
Ironically, they were not there. They were attempting to go to the harbor.
Yeah.
But you just killed a legion of liches.
Nice.
But you know that probably, judging by how powerful that shield was, there's probably a lich and a couple of underlings left somewhere. But you don't have to deal with that right now.
Okay.
I'm actually.
So that's 2.
Oh, this is so tough.
I think
2
I mean-
more.
I
I'm
would like
gonna
to point
take
out
out.
that potentially the fiends over here
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
could go to war with each other because that's a portal to hell and that's a portal to the abyss.
Oh.
You would know enough to know the difference there, and they hate each other worse than they hate angels and celestials.
Well, I know our allies were really distressed, so I'm going to take out the vampires as well.
Oh, okay.
And
Even
then
though you just set the
Yeah, he's setting people there.
oh, well,
you can choose it. I'm just like you
yes,
did just send them there though.
yeah, but
we did tell the folks that we.
I'm gonna
sent
take
to
it
that.
out anyway. We could free
Yeah.
our allies' big morale boost.
Okay.
And
The
then the last
vampires all
one,
perish.
the last
then
one is the. I'm actually going to take out the Empyrean.
Nice.
Okay. I want to show you guys this because
That's
this is
that's
pretty cool.
territory.
So we could have our final. We could just and consolidate and head to the city to take
Oh
out.
my
Jesus.
god.
So this
Is
is
that a
what
map?
Territorian Island looks like. There were currently 3 of them smashing about on the
Oh
island.
my god.
Whoa,
Yeah,
And
they're
they
like
all
They're in
collapsed to the
Tauntonville.
ground weightlessly
Yeah.
and
No,
turned
well-
into mist.
Well, it's okay if this one destroyed this area. Not a big deal.
It's okay if any of okay, so to be fair, they all landed in the center and then
Mhm.
they walked to where they're going.
Oh, they
Yeah.
landed on the mall.
They
No, not
landed
the
there.
Fun Island
They
Mall.
walked there.
They destroyed the mall.
This guy actually kind of went sideways for whatever reason, but
Oh.
that was what happened here. But good job. There are going to be survivors on Territorian Island now.
Nice.
Boo.
Okay, so
Change the lore.
I was just
Okay.
looking at the map, thinking about what neighborhoods that they were.
Yeah.
okay, so the beholders are gone, the vampires are gone, and the liches are basically gone.
Cool.
Do you want to issue commands to people like because you know
Yeah.
all of the vampires just gone.
Well,
So do you want to
I'll
issue a
tell
command to Lady Germanata
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Iron Mike and the people who are about to show up to go do stuff? And
I think Iron Mike and the new people maybe go to the harbor, take care of that last lich.
okay, so they have orders to head down
and tell
here.
everyone to rally our forces to Dude Cat Brown.
And then Germanata maybe comes with us back to Dude Cat Brown, see what's going on with
Yeah.
the two forces there.
Rally to the city.
What's happening in Creekland, actually?
they were
Creekland, since
winning.
you didn't affect it with the inevitability, Creekland is currently just like like I said, they sent up a sign a little while ago before you guys fought the cult that everything's going well there because
Okay.
you sent the two strongest units in the city down there to mess with
Mhm.
storm giants. Storm giants are very strong, especially in large numbers, but they are not as strong as like liches or a group of vampires. So
Mhm.
they're and that's more of a battle scenario where your guys are cleaning house. You're
Yeah.
going to be all good there.
Like, is
Rally our
anyone?
forces to the city.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was wondering if anyone free or we could relieve some of those troops and move them, but I will just leave.
Also, give me an Arcana check to see who else you got that you were unaware of.
Oh, okay. I was unaware that I would have to
That
make
there
the-
was a dreadnought in the city. Dreadnought.
Well, no, the
descending.
Dreadnought is not on the same plane of existence. So with a
No, I know.
19,
But I'm saying, like,
um,
we didn't know it actually was.
with a 19, let's go. Okay, so you vaguely remember some of the dock workers running away from Alvin earlier. You got some of them, implying that those guys were enemies of the city.
Oh. Okay.
You have back-to-back demon portals downtown to deal with. You could go check on the storm giants, or you could go check. Where did you want Lady Germanata to go?
To us, with us, I
Rally
think
to
back
the
to
city.
Duke Brown.
Do you want to rally with her in a specific place, or do you want her to just meet you there?
I think
I think
we,
meet is at the city, right?
yeah.
Time
Okay,
is
so
at the
move Stand in the Lee's token to wherever you guys are going
Just paying and
that you
I'll
would
move it.
like to meet her at, so I know what part of the city you're in.
I think, yeah, I think we're going here.
Like
Yeah.
here.
She comes here.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you don't want to
'cause-
like rendezvous it slightly off from the center park?
No,
Oh, we
'cause
can
I
go
think
there.
we should. No,
Because
because
there is a bridge right here. There is totally a bunch of bridges all along that portion of the Hot Sun River.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy would suggest that they meet up. Like they do like a pincer movement.
So like we go here and they go there.
Yeah, and we come in on two fronts.
Like
So
Like, we don't want to, like,
she
meet
comes
up
in
and...
and then everybody goes for him. Which
Like
you guys can
thinking,
see
like,
his
we
name,
come in
right?
this way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Okay.
dawn.
the dawn. Yeah. So Teddy's thinking like we push in from technically the left, and Lady comes in from the right.
Do we want to assess, see if they're fighting each other, and what we should do about that? Like, if we should wait for one to win and then...
Yes, because currently you guys are not close enough to see exactly what's going
Yeah,
on.
we'll assess the situation as it comes, but for now,
I mean, we can do a quick stealth.
Well, yeah, what I'm saying
Yeah.
is that we're about to either go fight them if you guys want to just charge one of the portals, or you guys have a monk who has a ridiculous amount of speed and you guys have multiple people who can fly. Do you want to reconnaissance the area first before you just charge?
Yeah, I want to recon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
recon sounds good.
Okay, roll survival and stealth for me. Anybody who's doing recon, and if you're going together, have one of you roll at advantage. But I mean, if you guys want, we can call that
If you guys
Heavy
just want to
armor.
call my rolls at
I have heavy
advantage,
armor.
that'd be perfect.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
we're just gonna ignore Wes's
Okay.
rolls, and it's not because they're bad. They are, but it's not because they're bad. We're gonna go with
Okay.
the double critical success for survival and stealth.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So here's the situation, and I'm gonna draw in the ocean here, just above the city, so that you guys get what's going on. So there is no, hold on, make that red, and then black on the inside. So there is a portal to the 9 hells, where the first demon is, where that guy is,
Mhm.
which there's not supposed to be. The where the guy on the left with the darker red,
Mhm.
the more maroon or just gross red color is, and then a few blocks away, there's a portal to the abyss, which is where devils or demons come from. So this is excuse me. This is devils. This is demons. Oop. Demons. But with that nat 20, you see that apparently they haven't necessarily started fighting yet, but you can hear them. They're screaming at each other. In between them, on a city block somewhere, in the marketplace between them, they appear to have met up, and they haven't currently started destroying actually anything beyond like where the flames are licking out of their portals. Either they're about to start fighting or something.
Can we
Worst
close?
case scenario, they're both like, "Oh, hey, you're here to wreck the city? Well, I'll tell you what, we don't want to fight today. You guys go left, we'll go right. Everything's fine." You don't know.
Alright.
You didn't get close enough to check because it was just concerning.
Can we close their portals? Is there a way for us to close their portals and so like nothing else comes through? Those guys are stuck there, and they'll either fight it out or we'll
Neil,
fight them.
give me a an Arcana check, as you would be the expert on that.
Okay.
Cool. Because Ron would definitely be asking that because both Ron and me don't know.
Mm.
Neil is just freaked out by the idea of there being a full-fledged demonic force, and he's just like, I mean, in theory, yeah, there's lots of different ways. And they're like, what kind of ways? And he's like,
Think,
lots
Neil,
of
think.
them. What kind of ways?
I have,
Multiple?
I have no idea, you guys. I don't have anything for that.
Think, Neil, think.
I'm thinking, but I have no idea.
Well, I think maybe
I'm
we
not the
should
person for that.
try to heal up a little bit first.
You guys all have potions that you can take while you just run.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is
Yeah,
this is
we
again. This
can't
is a
take a
rapid
short
fire.
rest.
Your guys' choice
Yeah.
need to be made quickly and decisively so that you can save the city.
Also,
Yeah,
quick question: the acid thing. I lost some max health, and that's until a long rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna take a superior healing potion.
Gotcha.
I don't know what to roll for that.
Um,
I'm gonna look
Hold
at
on.
my roll 20.
I didn't bring my
My D20.
macro.
Superior health potion is how much? Noah
Uh,
only told me 85 times.
It's 8d4 plus 8.
D4 plus 8, yes.
I'm just going to get
And
my
then-
macro.
Yeah, if you have a macro for it already, that's great.
I think this is my macro. No, I didn't put my macro in here. Dang it. Oh well. 8d6.
26
Oh,
healing. is what I
8d4.
got.
And you have a bunch of those if you need to check them. And keep in mind that we only have about, I believe, an hour and 50 minutes left on this. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
gonna
chug a
convert-
potion as well.
I'm gonna recover a spell
An
slot.
hour and 50?
IRL.
I was
Or
told
an hour
we're
and
going
15?
hour and 15. Sorry.
Sounds like an hour and 50. It's like another 2 hours. I don't think we have that 2 hours.
Now, so here's
Actually,
the question: do you guys head to the middle, or do you guys head to one of the portals? Because if you don't tell her otherwise, Lady Germanata is going to go straight for the Old Dawn.
Yeah, I think
I'm
we
all
should go
for going for the
demons.
dawn.
Yeah.
Teddy's still on his.
yeah, no,
bit
it's an
of
hour
going for the dawn.
50. 1 hour 50. We have until 7 or 6:50.
There was some
the
wonkiness
same
with
exact
the
thing.
schedule. I think somebody couldn't make their run or something like that. So
Yeah. So we have until the Undertale run, which is at 7, so 6:50.
I took a second one to be clear, and I rolled the same exact number.
I have a potion that I haven't used yet.
I still have a bunch of potions
mean,
left, and I'm at my almost current max. So, and I have
I
fighter
would love
stuff.
to take a short rest, but we don't have time
We don't have time.
because I could get. I recovered
Um,
one spell slot using my sorcery.
Nice.
I'm
All right.
gonna-
So what are we doing?
Actually, I'm gonna drink another potion.
Yeah, me too. Because I have still a bunch of potions left, and I have fighter stuff that I could recover health. So
That is
Gotta
4
use that.
nat ones in there. Come on. That's better than nothing. Okay. Unfortunately, it's as high as I can go.
So what are we doing?
We're going to the dawn.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's
That
Germanata
means
doing?
I have to
Meet up with
change.
her forces.
I
Cool.
have to change the maps up here a little bit.
We're trying to meet up with her
Hmm.
so we can rally.
Yeah, so the goal
together
is you guys
to
are going
fight
to
whatever's
together
happening.
wipe out
Yeah.
the
Hopefully the demons are fighting each other, but we have no idea.
you,
That would be nice.
not you.
As we're running there, Neil deKelp Tyson will tell the group, "Boys, we're going to be heroes today. We saved the city. Nothing could possibly go wrong now.
I mean,
You
are we
had to
considered
say it,
heroes
lad.
already?
Why?
Hmm.
Long live New York. Then nothing could possibly bad continue from here." I mean, I used an ability that wiped out more than half the forces attacking the city, so
It's true.
I feel much better now.
Yeah. I think once we take
I'm
care of
sure-
this, we'll take care of the Silver faction, and then all will be at peace in New York City. New York.
Exactly. I mean, thousands of years from now, people will still travel to New York and celebrate, and it'll be great.
Exactly. The city and our descendants will be,
Mhm.
reigning still. And
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know,
be the
5,000
predominant
years from
power
now.
for the foreseeable future, for
Mhm.
sure.
So you guys are talking a good game as you run. And
Yep.
I didn't really make this clear, but your guys' pendants, the deep council pendants, you can
Mm.
basically, those are like cell phones that call other people with the pendants. So you can
Mm.
call anybody on the list. That's how you've been communicating with Germanata and Stallone and everybody like that.
Nice.
So
Very
you
Marvel.
call up Germanata and let her know that's the plan right now, and she goes, Roger that, and she's ready.
She
She's
goes,
ready
rah,
to mess
rah,
stuff
Roger
up.
that.
Exactly. Rah rah Roger that.
Quick, let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm prepping
Oh, okay.
the map for you guys right now. Do you guys want to show up on the north side or the south side? There's not actually a difference, but the map is very tall and narrow.
Show up
North.
north side.
Since that should be where we're appearing.
Hmm.
But you guys rolled perfectly to be like, we'll show up wherever we want.
Okay, we'll show up directly in the middle of the enemy forces.
I can,
Right behind
you
them.
can do that, but that's not a good idea because that puts you within striking distance of everybody.
Now show up.
That was a joke.
north.
I mean,
See
unless
why
we
it was
want
funny
to.
me.
No, I don't think we should. I'm not really someone who wants to be right in the middle of the enemy force.
Okay, so as you guys get there, see on the map right here, the Old Dawn is this is behind Saint Hattrick's Cathedral in the garden area when there you guys have all been to Saint Hattrick's even if you're not religious.
That is such
You know that there is a very large garden in the back, and when you get there, the hell portal has very gently set all the trees on fire. It's not spreading to like the local buildings, but like it's a pretty big deal. And sure enough, there in the center of the garden at St. Hattrick's Memorial, instead of the tomb you're all used to seeing, there is just a portal to hell. And you
Also,
guys chose which side you guys would be coming from, so go ahead and drag your tokens out there.
I think the fact that you said you've all been to St. Hattrick's, even if you're not religious, it's just so funny to me because it's just such an accurate statement.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to New York, but I've seen movies and I know a bit. Gives off major bad vibes.
Whoa, is there a GIF in the middle of this?
There is. Then that's one that I
Whoa.
purchased,
Whoa.
not specifically for this, but it is literally labeled. This is literally labeled Necro Death Hell Portal.
Wow.
So
Dope. Are these
Okay,
the
that
two
portal has to be
forces or the
called.
one force?
This is the one force.
Okay. But aren't they meeting up? Like, aren't they like near each other, or is this different pieces?
Well, so you
of
get
them?
the feeling that this guy just stepped out of the portal because he's like stretching and stuff like
Mhm.
that, and then you get the feeling that everybody else here is kind of like guarding the portal,
Oh, okay.
almost as if they knew that there were people in New York who'd be like, "We should probably shut that down."
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Has our ally arrived yet?
She's waiting on your command, but yes, I'm. That is code for. I am copying and pasting her from the map
Oh,
she's
yeah,
on
no problem.
to
Are the
this
Rough
one.
Riders with us?
That is completely up to Teddy. If they're not directly with you, they are summonable to the edge of the map at kind of
Cool.
any given time.
Cool.
Because that's kind of like your revengeancing, but for Teddy.
Nice.
Also, there's plenty of dead bodies all over. Pretty obvious that the demons just kind of started killing as soon as they got here. It's supposed to be a little bit.
I just feel like this would be a good time to have an army because I feel like even those like, there's not a lot. I mean, there's a decent amount, but even the smaller tokens are strong since they're demons.
Well, these guys are from a different plane, so if you want to inspect them, it would be either investigation or arcana.
Mm-hmm.
I would even allow history because a couple of these are pretty iconic.
Great. All skills that Ron is the best at. And I will.
Can I roll his?
Also, you guys see that Lady Germanata and her forces are approaching as well. But she took some casualties. Clearly it wasn't an easy fight down there, but she still got like 2/3 of her people with her.
Nice.
Right
They're
before
gonna
the
approach.
fight starts, can I use the golden gouge?
Yes, you can just have that have happened before you guys attack. Do you guys, now that you guys are seeing this, they rolled pretty low on their perception to check on you. So they don't see you guys unless you guys want to roll stealth in case you roll bad.
If we roll a bad stealth, they might see us.
And if you don't, then I'm just gonna give you guys the stealth. But they rolled,
I think we won't.
and they see Lady Germanata, and they're starting to be like, "Oh, hey!"
Okay.
Like
Also,
this
we
guy.
rolled investigate. I wrote investigation and I got
I
like
rolled
an okay
history,
one.
yeah.
I was hoping to get a bad investigation,
Yep,
but
your guys' stealth is fine. Investigation was 13, and history was 18. Matt, you're like, I still don't really get the difference between demons and devils. I know one of them's chaotic and one of them is lawful evil, but like, essentially, aren't they all just burning fallen celestials? Like, I don't get it. And then
Perfect.
Neil really fights down the urge to lecture you all about the difference because he knows time is of the essence, and he goes, I don't know what the little ones are, but that big one, the big one, that's a Baylor.
Yeah.
What's the big one? This one, the biggest token. I would
Baylor.
assume.
Yeah, that one.
You guys,
And
I
the
have
Baylor is the main reason why they rolled so low on investigation, because all the guards in him, they're looking at the portal, which is thrumming with power, like they're expecting somebody else to come out of it.
Baylor. Neil, how do you know his name? How do you know his name's Baylor?
His name isn't Baylor. Or Baylor, even you're a level 20 character. By now, you know that is basically like a.
Baylor's a D&D
Oh,
monster.
I thought like Ron would still maybe not know. I feel like he's kind of dumb.
Well, I would say that, except part of his backstory is that he went into hell and killed a
Oh, that's
demon that
right.
was a warlock patron. So
Okay, this is something he'd
at least
actually probably know.
yeah, so he may have killed a Baylor before, but a
Oh, okay.
Baylor is basically it's the most powerful demon that doesn't have a name. Like if you become more powerful than a Baylor, you become known by your name. Baylors have names, but they're not necessarily known by their names if you see one.
Okay.
So they see Lady Germanata approaching, but they're all got their swords drawn and they're like approaching carefully because they see that they've been seen. So if you guys wanted to strike now, that would be good. You can also plan something. You can also tell Lady Germanata to do something.
I think we strike now as they charge.
Yeah, and I think we try to destroy the portal.
Well, they're simply about so basically everybody, like
the other option
all
I
of the
have.
people in this square right here. That's not a square. That's a pentagram, a really terrible one. But all the people that I've got encircled right now, they are all currently watching and turned toward Lady Germanata. Anybody that I haven't circled, they're all currently staring at the portal. So no one is paying attention to you guys.
Let's
Can we-
try.
You guys, the other
Let's see
option I
who's
have
up.
is if you could get me within 60 feet of the Baylor, I
Mhm.
can try to mind control him to join ours.
Ooh.
It's a one shot. It can resist me possibly, but if it works, this fight is over.
Would Ron know about like the wisdom of the Baylor? Because that's what Dominate does, right?
You didn't
Yeah, it's
roll
a wisdom
super
saving.
great, but you know that he's literally a general in hell. He's probably got decent resistance against pretty much anything.
Mhm.
It will probably have some sort of advantage against me. I have heightened spell, which means I can cause it to have disadvantage, which would make it like a normal roll. But still, like
And just
if
then,
they-
Lady Germanata comes over your guys' radio, and she's just like, "I've got a bad feeling, and I can give you a million reasons why I should just leave. And if you guys pull a Judas on me and leave me to these things, I will haunt you.
No, we're coming to
Ma'am, I
fight.
would not
I feel
imagine
like
doing
these
such a
guys are
thing.
going to take their fire and rain on me right now.
quick,
Okay.
Never love you again."
Ma'am, I do believe I would never do such a fine thing to a fine woman.
You think
Well,
I'd
you
venture in?
She is nervous because she's the only other member of the council who's like martial in any sort of way, but I don't think she's ever had to go close down a portal to hell before, and she knows you guys are here, but they're all staring at her.
So you guys
Lady G, you
quickly
think I'd?
we
attempt
might.
to dominate or attack?
This
Huh?
is, let's try to dominate. Worst case scenario, we just charge if that fails.
Yeah.
We're not in whatchamacallit yet, right? So we can move as much as we.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
stealth. So
where Stan and Lee is the spot I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's close enough.
I want to say back to Lady Germana. I didn't venture into hell to not fight demons when they come out of it. Wait, what are they again?
These are demons. These are demons.
Oh, cool.
They
Okay,
are the
got it right.
chaotic from the abyss.
Right.
I'm also popping an uninspire.
That is brilliant.
Nice.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast. First, it's gonna be a heightened spell, which means the creature. I'm spending 3 sorcery points. The creature has disadvantage on its first saving throw against this. I have no idea. I believe Baylor's probably have advantage, so maybe it cancels it out. And I will cast Dominate Monster, 8th level spell.
Nice.
Damn.
I would move yourself.
I only get one of
Damn.
these. The whole. So it has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Dominate
Just a
monster.
second.
If it works, I have
That'd be
a.
amazing.
It says spell save 15, but that's obviously not true. My spell save is
Higher than that.
yeah, it's a 24.
Wait, what is
I
it?
don't know why it says spell save DC 15.
I don't know
That's
why
weird.
that
I
says
know
that.
it's
Well,
24, so
it's
it's a
24.
wisdom saving throw.
24.
Let me pull up his
Yeah.
character sheet real quick here.
Yeah, I have an
His character
incredible.
sheet is
else-
not figured correctly.
And he also loses a D4.
If you dominate this thing, then do you think we could get it to close the portal? That's my
Well,
major.
first we
concern.
kill all these things, and then maybe
Actually,
it can
yeah, if
do
he's
something.
if he's the guard and he's clearly the most powerful guy here, he might be able to close it.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing, so we don't have to worry about things coming through.
He does have magic resistance, but wisdom is not his strong suit.
Nice.
So it probably just has straight roll instead of advantage, right? Because I'm using heightened spell.
Mm-hmm. Either way, he does not succeed by a long
Let's
shot.
go.
Let's go.
But
Baylor.
don't think that that's just the end of this.
Yeah, of course. There's something.
He does. So when he's just charmed by you, succeed, friendly.
It says I can specify a course of
You guys
action.
aren't
for
fighting it,
attack
so that's fine. But the creature's charmed. You have a telepathic link.
Close the portal.
Okay, yeah. So you have a telepathic link to him. And he's kind of surprised, but he's also charmed. So literally, he's just a charmed demon, and he goes, "Oh, well, what can I do for you? I,
On the close the portal.
Benjamin Wigglebottom, the Penny Lord.
Yes.
What can I do for you?"
I will tell him in his telepathically, of course. Benjamin, I have an important task for you. Tell your fellow demons here to go back through the portal.
Ron
and lead
is
your people back into the portal.
Ron is whispering to you the whole time, just even though you're saying all that, which is better. He's tell him to close the portal. Tell him to close the portal. The whole time while you're trying to talk to this guy.
Well, supposedly can hear me telepathically. I'm not.
Well,
saying
you
this
can
out loud.
also, because we're
I
not in
know.
combat right now, you can quote
Yeah.
use your action to take total and precise control of the target. So you can
Ooh.
actually take over.
Oh.
Do that.
Oh, okay, Benjamin, repeat after me.
But hold on, I think.
Repeat after me.
Yeah,
Go
and there's no
home.
downside to
Yeah.
it. So Benjamin goes.
So I'll tell
"I
him
will
to tell
repeat after
everybody
you.
else. Listen to me, fellow demons.
Listen to me, fellow demons.
We have important business we forgot to do back in hell.
We have important business we forgot to do back in hell.
Everybody return back to the gate. This is an order.
Everybody, return back to the gate. That's an order. And he cracks his whip, and he's like, "Ah, I'm a Baylor." And everybody looks confused. And this guy right here says, boss, we're from the Abyss.
That's what I
What's
meant.
going on?
And
What's
I'll
the gate? And then the other guy over here who just came through the portal was like, "Oh, I think the air is getting to him. I think he's cookie.
yeah,
Maybe
I'll
better be in
quickly tell
charge."
Benjamin.
He
Yeah.
swaggers on over to Benjamin Wigglebottom.
To be
And then the guy down here is like, "Look, can you guys fight later? We've got people approaching and they've all got swords, and I want to throw a fireball."
Oh no.
And
To
then
be-
somebody next to him is like, "Dude, you can't throw fireball. We've been over this." He's like, "I know, but I was going to set you on fire and throw you." Don't do that!
To be fair, the DM did say portal to hell.
Ah.
But these are demons. You guys
Up,
are humans. You guys
Uh-oh.
are very much like, yeah, the terms are interchangeable. It's not for demons.
Okay.
But the DM messed up by saying it was hell.
I'll turn to the
No,
group and say,
I said the first one was a portal to hell,
that's fine.
and then the other one was a portal to the abyss. I have specified.
Well, I think to be fair, Neil.
And also,
Neil
it's
DeKalb
literally
would've
just the
known.
one guy challenging you. Everybody else is kind of like,
I have no
okay.
idea.
It's also not a gate; it's a portal. So they're all kind of
I'll-
standing around to be like, "Ooh, demon fight," which this happens constantly in the Nine Hells. If
Yeah,
somebody
I'll-
slips, somebody else jumps on it.
Still trying to
I'll
get him
turn
to go
the
back.
other three and say, you guys, I think, should we start a fight here?
Still trying to convince him to go back.
No, I don't think it's gonna work. They seem very
Just
likely
kill,
to fight.
just kill the one
Make
guy
Rage
and tell them to
Yes.
go back to hell.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
Oh,
tell
that's true.
Benjamin. Benjamin,
Kill that guy.
this is your conscience speaking.
Oh,
You got to kill this guy.
well,
Oh my god.
I like my conscience then. And his lightning sword crackles and his whip flares, and he attacks this guy out of nowhere with lightning speed.
Nice.
Nice.
It's like a Pokemon battle. Let's go.
You guys get just a little bit scared of Benjamin as he criticals on the first attack with his Vorpal lightning sword, and this guy topples headless to the ground. And Benjamin cracks his whip and he says, "I don't like repeating myself."
Oh, that's awesome.
Portal! And all the little guys start going, "Oh yeah, we yep."
Yay. That was
Ooh.
amazing.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo. They all just kind of run over here and go to the GM layer. Except the corpse. The corpse didn't go to the GM layer.
By the way, while this is happening, I'll whisper to the group, you guys, I only have this control for an hour. So
Oh, get him to go
should
back.
we send him back through or bring him
Also,
to
well,
go
you
fight
know
some
that
other
if you
demons?
send him back through, you'll probably lose connection to
Yes,
because he's
for
on
sure.
a different plane.
I assume
And
that.
then also, these guys are still the guys down south. They're not paying attention. They are paying
Oh.
attention to Lady Germanata, who has basically stopped advancing, but she is moved all the way up to here. And her soldiers are kind of like, we've got backup. We can do this. We want to go.
Can we
Okay.
get Benjamin to go through and close a portal, or that might not work?
You can ask him if he can close the portal from out here.
Yeah.
But
Benjamin.
if he went in and closed it, like if he went in first, you'd probably lose a connection, and then he might
Yeah,
not
I'll
close
lose
the
it,
portal.
As soon as he steps through there, it's very hard to keep this kind of control on
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
when they're on a
Alright.
different plane.
Well,
So
I'll
make him
ask
close it.
Benjamin, is there a way for you to close the portal?
Well, of course, I'm Benjamin Wigglebottom. They don't call me Wigglebottom for a reason.
Get him to close the
True,
portal.
true.
Get him to close the portal.
Okay, well, before you close the portal, go kill those other demons that came with you. They're clearly not listening to you. But spare those other people down there.
Oh, my conscience is taking a turn for good today. He literally walks up and he goes behind this demon and he whispers, I think you should try to scare them. And you can only hear what he's saying telepathically, but you hear this demon start to yell, and as soon as he starts to yell, he snicker snacks with his Vorpal longsword, and holy shit, he nat 20s again.
Oh my god.
Topples to the ground.
Oh
This is
my
MVP of the
God.
campaign.
Think how we
And
have
he's
him on
lashing
our-
out at these little guys with his whip, and they all just start sprinting. They're like, "We'll go through the portal. We'll go through the portal."
Woohoo!
And
Wait,
they all
real
go
quick,
through the
I'll
portal.
go into walkie-talkie to Lady Germanata and say, "We're currently controlling that big demon. Don't attack. Don't attack.
And she goes, "That explains a lot."
Do not attack him. I
Neil,
repeat, do
Neil,
not."
get him to close the portal and get him to head towards the devils.
The other ones, yeah.
Yeah.
You notice that
Ben-
Benjamin Wigglebottom is walking towards Lady Germanata, and Lady Germanata is like, "Can you tell him not to approach us?"
Benjamin, I think it's time for you to close the portal. Forget about those mortals down there.
I will forget about those mortals down there. And he walks back and he goes, "But there is a problem. I can't close the portal until the others get here. That was my job. Are you saying I should close it before they get here? Because they're going to be mad."
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine. They never liked you anyway. They never respected you.
Make a persuasion check at advantage because you technically have him charmed, but he is technically a lot more scared of what's in there than you guys.
Okay. Persuasion?
Yeah, at advantage.
Oh, I'm pretty good at persuasion.
Nice.
I would
What's it
hope so. You have a
close to?
24 charisma. A 30? Yeah.
Yeah. They never
He
respected
walks
you.
up and he starts like scrubbing at the edge of the portal right here because he's
Mhm.
trying to blur the lines, and just then
Oh.
something starts to come through the portal and you're like, "Oh shit. Oh shit. Is he going to
Damn.
make it in time?" And he starts scrubbing a little bit more frantically, and the thing
Mm.
starts to solidify a little bit more, and then just then, boom, you
Ah.
recognize the dreaded demon, the Prince of the Abyss, Hendrik Glasswalker. And as he's kind of rising up, he lifts his arms up and he goes, "I am Hendrik Glasswalker." "What are you doing?" "Hey, no!" And the portal- and as it disappears, you recognize the normal Saint Hattrick's coffin.
Nice.
And
Now
now
get
you are
Benjamin.
stuck with a Baylor
Get him to go attack the other
all
guys.
by himself.
Wait, there's another portal nearby, right? No?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the other guys. Get him to
Okay,
go
There's,
attack
there's
we
them.
gotta get
another
there
there's
quick.
another force of demons and stuff like that over there.
They're different though,
Benjamin,
right?
Let's go. We have to go fight some more people.
Also, so here, if we're leaving this map, I assume you're gonna grab Lady Germanata and
Yeah.
everybody's gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
We're all
copy-
going.
Actually, no, we're gonna move these guys.
We only
up.
have an hour on this dude, so we
let's go.
use
We
him.
gotta move this
He's a
fast.
meat
Yeah.
shield. Go.
Well, he's more than a meat shield. He just beheaded two
Yeah.
CR-15
Well, I'm hoping he
creatures in
takes
one
damage
go.
because when he comes
Yeah.
back to consciousness, he's gonna fight us. So
Well, if he could fight the other guys, that'd be good. Like if he fights the
yeah.
we have
Maybe-
demons and devils, right? Two different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So-
So we
Basically, you guys just took out the demon portal here.
Yeah,
So there is
sweet.
still where they're meeting and talking to each other, and then there's the devil portal after that.
Send them over to the devil portal. Let's go.
Yeah, let me go fight.
Yeah, we're going to Devil Portal. Let's go.
So you guys want to go around and just go straight for the other side of Madman Cube Garden?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if he
Okay.
starts fighting the devils and then the meeting,
Do you
That
want
whoever's
Lady
left.
Germanata to go with you, or do you want her to go keep an eye on the meeting?
yeah, keep an eye on the
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, maybe she should go watch
Yeah,
them.
have her
Because-
keep an eye on the meeting. I think.
If we have Wigglebottom start attacking them, news might get out and they might start the fight in the middle.
That's a very good point. Okay, so she is going to go stealthily check on the meeting point, whereas you guys are going to go to the portal to hell, which is on the other side of the Madman Square Garden, which I think is this map. Nope, not that map.
Ron's gonna say, so I'm not going to hell this time, right? It was a lot of fun last time, let me tell you.
No.
Well, I think Ron actually did enjoy his time in hell.
I would think so. He
Yeah, but
killed
we're not gonna make him go into it.
he killed what, nine 9 warlocks and 11 patrons, or just the 11
No, he
patrons?
didn't actually kill any of the warlocks. The warlocks were just the guys who did it. The 11 patrons are who planned it, and several of them were in hell.
He killed them.
He's always been particularly vague on the details,
Okay.
for specific reasons.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna drag you guys over to the map. Your buddy Benjamin Wigglebottom is already there. I haven't dragged out where the demons are because I'm copying and pasting them over because I have to go inspect who actually is here.
We're not getting like Wigglebottom we sent, but we're not getting. We've never been near him, right?
No.
I assume we stay away.
No, so if you guys want to have him not see you and just have him
Mhm.
being controlled by you guys, then
Yeah.
that's totally fine.
That's definitely what happened.
That's
By the
actually
way,
pretty funny.
I'll let the party know when Wigglebottom takes damage, he gets to re-roll his save
Okay,
every
that's
time
fine.
he takes damage.
But he'll be in the middle of enemy line anyway,
Yeah.
so even if
Yeah,
we
so
lose
yeah,
hopefully
control,
he's doing
If he
something.
doesn't know you guys are
Yeah.
what's doing it to him,
Mhm.
there's no chance that he's going to be like, I need to go kill those guys rather than these enemies of mine I'm surrounded
Yeah.
by.
Yeah, that's the deal.
Also, where's the portal to the 9 hells? Because it looks different.
Thank God that spell worked. I only
Thank
could use
God.
the rings. It's
Yeah.
8th level. I have no.
That really
no.
came in clutch.
It really did.
I got one. That's
I
it.
didn't think you guys would use it on something so powerful, honestly. But yeah,
Well, we took
good
the
job.
gamble and it worked out better for us.
We're saving all our powerful things for the most powerful things.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're getting there.
I was thinking of using
Um,
it back on that Phoenix actually, but
I'm glad you didn't.
well, I still
but
haven't.
you guys start hitting it, and I was like,
Whoa.
So there is a
awesome.
big old flaming portal in the middle of water. So there's a massive plume of steam.
ooh.
And where are we?
All of these houses are not on fire, but you can tell that when this portal opened, it was a shock wave that basically I dragged you guys to this map, right? Yeah.
Ooh.
So we'll put him down here because he
And
can
we'll-
fly. So he's like flying over here. You guys are running along beside him. Put your tokens in over there.
Top left.
Yeah, top left up there. Because you guys had to circle all the way around, and you're coming in from the other side.
Mhm.
Because it's right down the street where the demons are meeting and the
Okay.
devils.
Where are we like in sight? I guess we want to be somewhere
You
that's
guys
not in sight.
there's like holes in this wall, and this house is completely torn apart. It looks like from the debris pattern that when
Mhm.
this thing opened up, it was a shock wave that just broke a lot of the buildings and stuff like that. And then
Mhm.
this is a fancy part of town where there are a lot of canals and stuff like that
Okay.
you walk through. And yes, this map does technically look like it's an overgrown ruin, but we're pretending like this is a fancy part of town that just exploded.
Mhm. So we're not currently okay. I think we're in a good spot. I don't want to be in sight currently of anybody.
No, and if you guys want to like hop up on what remains of the roofs and stuff like that, it'll be a really easy stealth check to remain incognito from these guys.
Okay, let's do that.
I gotta set this up. And then are you just sending him straight in, or are you telling him to sneak up, or are you just
I think
because
I'm gonna tell
as
him-
you guys traveled over here, you kind of poked through his abilities and stuff like that, and he doesn't actually have any long distance stuff.
Okay. He's like
The
a
only
melee.
thing he has is he can teleport up to 120 feet as an action,
Yeah,
and
let
then
him
everything else
teleport
is
up.
melee damage.
Yeah, I want him
120
to.
feet.
I want him to do the nothing personal kid and just teleport right in.
Okay, so he's gonna roll stealth on his
Get in there
arrival.
and destroy that place.
Mhm. See if he could close the portal too. If he could wipe it away.
Yeah.
He'll,
like,
he'll
attack them.
definitely
His
be like,
goal
I
is
will
to
do
destroy
my
that portal.
best.
Yeah, his goal is to destroy this portal, but
Mhm.
you might need
Yeah.
to kill a few people, kill a few demons around there.
Perception.
This is going well. We might actually save the city, and it might not sink.
Right?
Except he teleports and he goes, nothing personal, and both of these guys stab him because they're on super high alert. Although they
Nothing
technically
personal.
one of them stabs him with his trident, which looks very pitchforky. The other guy slashes him with his sword, which is on fire. But you happen to know that both these guys, whatever these guys are, Clearly, they're immune to fire damage, and then also Benjamin is immune to fire damage, which is one of the reasons why the Hell Wars take so long.
Because
It's because they all do fire damage, but nobody gets hurt.
Nothing personal. Ah!
Hmm.
It just happened.
Yeah,
Benjamin,
basically, he
fight these
teleports in and he
people.
goes, "Nothing personal," and they're like, "Okay," and they just start wailing on him.
Nice.
They're
Fight,
like,
fight,
"Yeah, I don't
fight.
think this is personal. You're just weird."
He does get to make a saving throw.
He does get to make a saving throw if they hit,
Takes damage. If
Wow.
they hit.
which, yeah,
They
they
do?
both hit. Even with that nice AC he's got. So he takes not very much bludgeoning damage. He takes
Boo.
2
I was
hits,
hoping-
and he gets to. But you guys gave him the non,
Uninspire, yeah.
so he only gets 2 tries because he's making these at normal. Wisdom saving throws. His second one is a 28 with a nat 19. So
Ooh.
he
Breaks
does
free.
break out, but now he is surrounded by 5 of these guys.
I'm assuming he's
And,
still fighting them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So if you guys want to just sit and watch, I'll let you know what happens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Should we start sneaking in closer just in case we have to get in there so we could close?
Yeah, I'm all for moving in
Right.
just a little bit closer.
Where can we get to?
I think we should watch and clean up whoever survives.
Like, should we go like
Well, so
over
it's
here?
actually a pretty mean fight.
I don't want to walk through the
You
water
guys,
there, though.
if you guys want to,
Mhm.
this wall is still intact. There's just a bunch of holes in it. You guys can waltz right up without stealthing because all of the demons are like, "Get the devil!" And
Cool.
all of the
And
devils
I
are
would
like,
say
"Get
we
the
hide.
demon!"
I would say we hide about like right in this building here, and not
Yeah.
necessarily where they could see us.
That's what I was
Mhm.
thinking.
Yeah, if you guys want to say that in the corner of this building, there's like a tiny little peek hole for each of you, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
We all have one eye looking through.
But
No,
I
so
want us
as-
all to be on top of each other. So one person's looking
Well-
down here, then up here, then up here.
As they
We're all
start
covered in one
flailing,
giant trench
these
coat.
guys all jump into the air and they all surround Benjamin. But he's flailing about. He's not really flailing about with his whip. He's just flailing about with his sword. And these guys, they're punching, they're clawing, they're biting, they're all doing this stuff. They've kind of abandoned using their weapons because their weapons are obviously all doing fire damage.
Can we sneak and can like stand in the league who's probably the best at it, like sneak and try to close the portal if it's just like wiping shit away? Like if they're all distracted and fighting.
You can give me a stealth check at normal because you would have disadvantage for doing something right next to them, but they're also very, very.
That's if Stan in the league wants to do that. Just
Yep.
a suggestion.
Yep.
Yep. So Stand of the League can attempt to. He successfully sneaks up. If you want to move to like right here, or like if you want to, because it's technically in the water, but it's magic, so it's boiling the water away as it touches it, kind of deal. So it's very steamy, but you're a dragonborn, it's fine. And Benjamin Wigglebottom, just so you know, in the end, he does manage to kill 2 of these guys before they
Nice.
take him out. And
Aw.
when he dies, there is a big explosion, but it doesn't get close enough to Stand of the Lee to hurt him. But while that's going on, Stand of the Lee is going to attempt to close the portal down. Stand of the Lee, how
Benjamin
would you like
fought
to proceed?
bravely.
I want to try to scratch out the circle.
Okay, roll Arcana.
A 10.
Okay, so you rub one of the skulls out, and you're pretty sure that's working. Do you continue doing the same thing, or do you keep
Can I just golden gouge punch the ground?
Yeah, I'll let you do a kind of an AOE attack on this stuff if you want to try to break the stone that kind of is forming
Wait,
this circle.
Should we try to get in position while he's doing this? So if he hits the ground,
Yes,
they're gonna
for
turn.
sure.
We should definitely get in position.
Benjamin is still fighting, so they're not going to notice him.
Oh, he's
I'm
not
gonna
dead
let
yet.
him. I'm gonna have him. No, that's what happens over the course of his fight while Stan and Lee is sneaking over here.
Gotcha.
But that
Yeah.
takes several turns because these are all beefy motherfuckers.
Cool.
So rather than watch this whole fight while they do 300 damage to him, because that's how much damage that's how many HP a Baylor has. We're just
Wow.
gonna go Stan and Lee. What are you doing?
I would have had to use a revengeance.
That might be a good idea coming up here, though. Stan and Lee, you're going to try to golden gouge punch.
Yes.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
11 force.
Force damage. You manage to break off a couple more skulls, and at this point, it seems less of a controlled portal, and now it's like there's a hole poked directly from hell into the prime material plane, because it feel like you could feel a lot more fire coming out, and it feels like pressure escaping from like a rip where there's more pressure on the other side. You're not quite sure if you're breaking it or if you're just breaking the control valve.
Well, I'll continue punching skulls because something's happening when I do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how many more times would you like to punch? I'll let you have, like, because you're a monk, so you can punch pretty fast. I'll let you punch 6 more times before Benjamin dies, and you're gonna have to re-roll stealth.
Okay, so 2, 3,
You
4.
hit.
start getting
You hit. Just go ahead, and you
Let's
have
start getting in
advantage on the
position.
ground.
2.
I think the rest of us should start getting
3,
in position to
4,
fight.
5, 6.
Okay,
Behind this wall.
on 5, the portal snaps and breaks, and like you've gotten most of the skulls on the top, like, semicircle part of it gone. It snaps and it breaks, and there's kind of an implosion as that disappears, and rather than
Nice.
a portal, there's now just some hellfire burning in the water. But that is actually the killing blow on Benjamin, because when that breaks, he goes, huh? And he looks over there, and the guy at the bottom steps up and just lops his head off.
How long of a minute has it been?
It's
Less
a New
than a
York
minute,
one.
because it wouldn't take 5 pit fiends that long to kill a Baylor.
No,
It's
I
been a
know,
New
but
York
It was,
minute.
like, it was like 5 turns in combat.
Okay, so I have 30 seconds left.
A New York minute.
So 5 turns.
And if you want to sneak away, they're still all staring directly into the hellfire, going, "Oh, did you turn off the portal?" No.
I mean,
And
if,
also, they're making sure that Benjamin really is dead. But Benjamin also, when he dies, Baylor's explode. Nobody's in the range, I don't think. How long is the range on that? 30 feet, but there's a wall, and there was hellfire. So yeah, Ron, you're out of range because there's a wall there.
And it's a fire explosion.
It's a fire explosion, so you're
I'll be
immune
okay
to that
anyway, right?
anyways. You basically, the heat lifts your hat off your head a little bit, and you just. But
okay,
they
here's
also
a question.
still don't know any of you guys are there.
Are we gonna fight these guys or not?
Probably.
Oh, Teddy absolutely is going to fight.
We have
If the
to.
portal like explodes. Oh, Teddy's going in to fight.
What are
Okay.
these guys? Are they as powerful as a Baylor? Do we know?
Roll Arcana, or
Probably
Arcana for
not.
these
They
guys.
need 5 of
Can
them.
I roll? I don't think it makes a difference. It statistically doesn't make a difference. But can I roll a history since I went to hell?
Yeah, that'll work also.
Since I went to hell.
Yeah, you go to hell. I already did, motherfucker.
Not
Oh,
20,
okay.
but 19 since I have a minus
20.
1.
Okay, so you remember these guys. These are pit fiends. Not only are they slightly higher on the CR scale, they are the people who can cast Fireball at will.
Oh shit! I might have to use a Revengeance. So that is slightly higher than Wigglebottom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Because otherwise, Stan Lee will just start charging. Once the
I will let you
Baylor's
guys
dead.
have, because they're still kind of like, did killing the Baylor break our portal? How the heck does that work?
Damn, I don't want to use another one because I feel like more bad shit's coming, but I feel like I have to use them.
Well, you have one
Right.
after that, right?
Yeah.
Use what you must.
I get
Okay.
2 charges of my Ascended Breath, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably
So
not a good idea
used
against
one
these
yesterday,
guys.
You still have another one.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to use it though.
All right. I think I might have to just because we have 3 of these guys and they're harder to kill than Wigglebottom, and he was like 300.
I'm going to prepare to cast Sunbeam.
Yeah, this guy closest to me, I'm gonna Revengeancing him.
Okay.
360.
Again, time seems to slow down. You hear the vague click as Ron thumbs his katana out of its sheath. And then he does kind of like a forward cartwheel flip over the wall, through the hole. He lands right there next to him, and he does 90 strikes inside of 6 seconds. Each strike doing 4 damage.
My
This
God.
pit fiend takes 360 slashing damage and
My
does the
God.
same thing that that guy did last time, where he just kind of falls into neatly diced cubes of fiend meat.
Nice. Do the other guys see
Standardly,
me?
you have a surprise lightning round as well before we roll initiative.
Okay.
As so does Teddy and Neil,
Yep.
but
Do
I'm
those
gonna
guys
have you
see
go
me?
first because you're standing down there with them.
Yeah. So as Lee's running up, Ron does his thing. Lee's going to throw some darts.
Okay.
Now,
You have the golden gouges up though right now.
yeah. I mean, it's a free turn, and I'm using
right.
a fistful of darts because the fistful of darts only takes up one of my attacks, right?
Yeah, to just throw it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
So just so you know, guys, in base D&D, basically, you have a dart, which is like the lowest unit of damage you can possibly do, and monks get it, and they just get to throw it. Stand in the Lee has been a monk for so long that he knows how to pull them up like one between each finger, and he can throw up to 5 at a time, kind of backhand,
That's sick.
because he's just that cool.
He just
Yep.
goes like this. Throws them
So
all.
he's gonna, as he's running up, he's gonna
29
throw.
hits.
It's full of darts.
He takes 15 piercing damage.
And
Not bad.
then, as he's running up still, he's going to do a second set for multi-attack. 24.
24. And since you're closer to him that time, you realize that unless you have a very magic weapon or a chi-induced weapon, these are not doing as much damage as they should because they are not silvered.
Mm.
Oh.
Because pit fiends are bullshit. But all of your guys' weapon will work against it because they're lined with enough silver and stuff like that to count as silvered weapons.
And they're like magic weapons too, aren't they?
Magic as heck. You guys are level 20 characters. Even Neil's staff, if he chooses to hit somebody.
Wax them over the head.
I have a special staff.
Yep. So
Go
I'm gonna-
ahead.
I'm not going to use it.
28 and 19.
The 28 hits. The 19 hits as well. You meet his AC. So he takes 18 and 11 force damage as you chicken kick him, double punch him, slap him in the face.
As he's running up, he'll kick. Jump kick.
Okay. And as he kicks him, his shoes glow like something out of a Jordan's commercial.
And as he
'Cause he's
lands
got
with the
them.
first foot, he comes in with the second foot, pushes off, and lands on the ground.
Do we hear I believe I can fly?
You hear whatever you want to hear.
Whoa!
And then that would make it Teddy's turn probably, because he's ready and raring to go.
Yep.
And as soon as he sees Ron blink out and finish off that one, he's going to charge in.
All right, is there you said that there's like multiple holes in this wall for us to like
Yeah, no, this
go
whole
through.
this whole part of the wall that you're standing in, that is easily vaultable at no cost extra to speed.
Okay, yep, gonna vault through it then.
Okie dokie.
Teddy's gonna vault through and he's gonna run up and jump down into the water to this one. And he's gonna swing his big old stick with Divine Smite.
Is he going to speak softly when he does so? And is he going to use
It's
Divine
just
Smite, or is he going to use any of his
garbage.
other cool smites? Because he has a couple of really cool smites.
He does, but he's not one to be completely show offy. He goes with the classic tried and tested.
Can't beat that. Go ahead.
Those
21
hits.
hits.
All right, so 19
Jeebus.
bludgeoning. That is 39. Unless you're doubling radiant or anything.
No,
But
pit
14
fiends
radiant.
have managed to, over the years, make it so that they are not vulnerable to radiant damage. But he's also not immune or
Yeah.
resistant to any of the other damage. So you do 14 plus 6, 20, 39
39,
damage in a single
39.
strike. And you definitely
Okay.
you definitely feel your big stick break at least some of his bones.
Should I go?
And
And
you
then-
get, this is a full turn, so you
Yeah,
get
that's how I
an
gotta
extra
say
attack.
attack. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is the Wakened Dragon's Wrath, is that the breath attack or is that
Hold on, let me check.
because it looks like it's a Yeah, it looks like it's the breath, like a
Characters.
lightning thing.
Teddy Roosevelt. You're talking about under
Thunder attacks, the awakened
blue breath?
dragon breath. No, the awakened dragon breath. It's right underneath it.
Don't.
Or awakened dragon's wrath.
Yes. So no, your stick once a day has an attack where it's a cone. That's the reason why I told you to check your items, and I specified that item is your stick is a Kanobo +3 Wakened Dragon Wrath.
Gotcha. Okay.
Basically, you are a blue dragon, so it does a lightning cone. It's basically the spell Lightning Bolt, but a cone as opposed to a line. So maybe not right now, while you only have 2 enemies and you know that you're being invaded a whole bunch of different times. But
Okay. Then he is going to hit him again with the big stick with Divine Smite still going. Does 18 hit?
an 18 does not.
Okay.
He sees the stick coming this time, and he kind of deflects it with his trident, and he hisses at you. I don't think I assign languages, so unless you assign languages, we can say that Teddy knows enough Infernal
No,
to know
you
that
did.
he
You
just.
did assign languages.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Do you speak Infernal?
Nope, just common and draconic.
Well, you've
Stan-
been around enough demons in your day as a paladin to know that he just cursed
I know it's
probably
like
your weapon,
curse.
but
I
it's
just don't know what
possible he's
curse.
insulting your mother. You're not quite sure.
Oh.
What does Stan Lee hear?
Stanley hears him say that his stick is his mother, implying that he is the child of nothing but brute force and stupidity. It's a demon thing. You'd understand, or a devil thing rather, because he's a devil. And that makes it Neil's lightning round.
Yeah, so I'm going to move 30 feet this way. I have my wings out. So
Okay.
I think I should be able to like hop over.
Yeah, you can either
And,
just fly over or just hop over. Vault the
I have a
wall like
line
everybody else
attack, so I'm gonna cast Sunbeam, 6th level
Ooh.
spell.
Wow.
So you see, like, this shining, like, bright, brilliant light comes out of my hand, and actually, I've bright light and 60 feet around me, and it says it's sunlight, and I just fire it, and it goes in a 60-foot long line, and the creatures in the line must make Constitution saving throws, and I'll roll the damage. If they fail, they're also blinded, not just taking damage. So let me just roll that.
Ooh. What do they need to save? A DC 24 Constitution saving throw.
If they fail, they take half damage, and they are not blinded. I'm sorry, if they succeed.
The guy
My
in
bad.
front absolutely fails. The guy behind does manage to save.
Okay, so
See, that's
first guy takes full
29
damage.
damage.
Yeah, first guy
He takes
full damage, and he's
29 damage,
blinded.
and he is blinded.
Yeah,
Which
and I'm actually concentrating on the spell, so for every turn
this
from now
guy
on,
just
I can just keep
takes
shooting
half
it.
damage, so he takes 14 damage.
Mhm.
That is interesting that you have to.
It's
So does
concentration. meaning-
the line stays there though?
No, the line doesn't. It just means on every turn from now on, if I continue to concentrate, instead of using another spell slot, I could just keep shooting this line.
Oh, that is cool.
So it's like as I'm concentrating, I just keep
Okay.
special effects sounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and now
Star
at
Wars
this
blaster
point, I
sound.
think all of you guys have gone, so it's time to
Mhm.
roll initiative
Yeah.
officially.
Hooray!
Nice. Which guys did you attack?
He hit
just
both
now?
of them.
Both of them?
I hit both, but the guy closest, this guy up here, is blinded.
Yes.
Supposedly.
Which guy? The guy that we're closest to?
Yeah, the guy in the back saved, so he took only a little bit of damage.
Oh,
Yeah, he
damn,
took half
bad
damage.
initiative rolls.
Well, I mean, one of them rolled a 4, so.
I rolled natural 1.
Oof.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's worse.
It's fine. I got a surprise for him. I did something.
Yeah, and the guy who is blind is apparently freaking out and lashing around as he goes first. I believe. Yeah,
I will
basically
be-
that just makes it so that he has disadvantage, but he knows Teddy's somewhere right in front of him, smacking him, and he knows that Neil isn't within sight as much as he would love to smack him.
Yeah.
So
I'll be
he
right back. Give me like 2 minutes.
is going to attempt to bite Teddy first. No, disadvantage, sir. Disadvantage. Does a 25 hit?
Sadly, yes.
All right, you take 25 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's too late to that's too late to unspy that guy.
Yeah, because I called it.
Okay.
But I also
have to-
don't tell you what
Oh
he
wait,
rolled.
wait.
So
Hold
Well,
on, I
you-
might be able
you
to save this.
25. And uninspire is what? 6? D6 or D4?
D4.
So
It's
he
not
might...
really worth it.
No, right? Yeah. Okay. Fine.
plus he's still at full health. So,
Oh,
but
never mind.
this is the only attack that he has where there's any sort of saving throw on it.
But this guy's at full health. I thought he took damage.
No, this guy's not at full health. Teddy's
Oh,
at full health.
Teddy's at full health.
Yeah, and this guy's
Oh.
almost at full health. He took half damage from Sunbeam, basically.
Okay.
Teddy, you got that con save for me?
Hang on, I'm reading something here. I might be able to actually save myself.
Oh, good. Well, as you figure that out, he's going to roll his
Yeah.
other attacks on you
I remember-
at disadvantage.
I remember reading something like I gotta find it now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
At disadvantage, this man just miracled.
Hold on.
Oh no.
Okay, I can save myself from the first one by channeling Glorious Defense. It just takes my reaction.
Oh,
And that
he didn't
pushes
cast.
that pushes my AC to 26 for that.
Okay.
So the first one I'm good on. But rip me on
A miracle.
Well,
it's about to just
maybe
hit me.
rip you. It's a miracle. Remember how bad the miracle was for the Drakes?
Mm-hmm.
And just so you guys know, I'm like I know you guys trust me, but that's in the New York City one shot right here. Let's see, that'd be P for pit field.
Oh no, this could be bad for all of us. Shit.
You took a picture, did you?
Yeah,
Is it
I'm
a-
posting it in our personal group chat because I don't know how to post it to stream or show it there.
It's not an
Oh,
attack.
no, wait.
Isn't it?
I
It's not
know what I can do. I can just click and
Ooh.
drag this into the map and just
Yeah.
upload it like a PNG.
Damn. Because I was gonna say if it was a
Ah.
spell, maybe
Wow.
Neil had a counter spell, but it's not a spell. Shit.
Well,
Jesus.
And it miracled at disadvantage.
Jesus.
So even if you
Damn.
did max, I mean, even if you rolled a nat 20 counter spell, it would
Mhm.
still be bad. So
There anything we
in
could
his
do?
blind
Nothing.
rage, he just kind of starts flailing around. But that was the last attack he rolled. So you don't take the bite. You don't take the bite damage because you have something for that. A 26 does hit you though, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. His second attack with his claws, he rakes you for
Well, no,
26.
26 would hit me because the Glorious Defense only counts for the one turn.
Yeah. Well, one a turn or one attack?
One attack, I meant, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So he hits you for 18 slashing damage, and then when he swings his pitchfork at you, he misses you by quite a lot on the AC. So you're good. In his blindness, though, he starts kind of whirling around. Y'all remember Benjamin's sword?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh,
a
no.
Vorpal lightning sword. In
Okay.
his flurrying and his spinning, as he just kind of starts whirling around, his tail hits it and it goes flying. I will give you guys a choice, Ron and Teddy.
Mm.
Time kind of slows down for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, you realize what's about to happen. Teddy's going to lose a limb to the Vorpal sword. Unless you, in a brief second, go, I only use one of my arms. Would you like to step in and take a loss of an arm?
Oh man. A one-armed pirate?
Well, you can after the battles today, you can have it reattached, but for now,
So I'm gonna lose
it
an
would
arm,
make
and
the
I've only
most
been.
sense for either you or Stand in the Lee. In fact, Stand in the Lee, if you see this happening also, you both know Teddy, who uses both of his legs and his arms for all of his stuff.
Mhm.
Either one of you could lose an arm. Stand in the Lee could probably lose a leg and not be bothered by it too much either.
Ooh.
Would either of you like to try?
So all I have to lose it if I do it.
Well, if you do it successfully, you'll lose an arm, which you use a one-handed weapon anyway, so you will take a massive hit to your HP, and that'll be about it. But if you fail, it could potentially take you out of the campaign, like it could potentially take Teddy out of the campaign right now.
I don't really want to go out of the campaign, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay, Stan and Lee, are you gonna also try?
I might as well try. I can
All right,
live
give
without a
me
limb.
acrobatics checks or dex saves, whichever your preference is, both of you.
Oh, thank God.
I'll do dex save on the simple fact that I have a +2 to that.
I have an amazing acrobatics.
So this is great.
Oh
This is
Go
great.
on.
Both of you
wait,
jump
can you explain
trying
what's
to get in
happening?
front of Teddy, who doesn't notice what's happening, and you both shove him out of the way. So he goes back a step. Stanley, stand in the stand in the Lee.
Zara, did you
Goes
just come
boom,
back?
boom, and then keeps going over here. Whereas Ron goes boom, boom, and then keeps going over here. And so you guys like both jump in front of the bullet, but Ron manages to stay in front of it. Roll a d4, Ron.
3.
A 3. You lose an arm.
Let's
Good
go.
job.
Wow. Oh my God. Zario, you missed what just happened, didn't you?
What I just missed? I
Lazy.
see a double
All right.
nat 20.
I'm
I
going to
would
put
like
the
to
fist
explain.
symbol on your token for the rest of the campaign, implying you only have one arm.
So what happened,
Oh,
Rosario,
no.
is that the monster that you blinded rolled at disadvantage, a miracle, the nat 20s.
Well,
So he hit up Wigglebottom's sword. So we had a choice, and he was about to just obliterate Teddy.
See?
So me, Stan in the Lee, and Ron both went in to try to dodge to take the bullet
Oh,
for
no.
Teddy. We both rolled well, and I rolled decent with my D4, so I lost an arm.
You got 2 of them. It's
I've only been using one, so it made sense.
yeah.
Let's
Teddy,
go! I
give me a
lost an
sleight of
arm.
hand check.
That's crazy.
As it goes through Ron's arm, you snatch the Vorpal sword out of
Oh
the air.
no.
And you can hand it to somebody, but somebody in your party now gets a very powerful sword. Except not Ron, because it's a long sword and it's a little too large because it's made for a demon. It'll be a great sword for you guys.
One arm.
But one of you is going to get a lightning Vorpal sword here as soon as this
Wow.
combat is over. Unless Teddy would
Wow.
like to attack with that on his turn now as he goes after this
Oh
guy.
yeah, Teddy's gonna just take it and attack him with it.
It's a very
Okay,
big stick.
I can't
It
believe
is
I.
well,
so
yeah. If
cool.
you're gonna go after him with the Vorpal sword, roll the Kanobo. Roll the big stick.
Okay.
Wait, should I take damage? I mean, I lost an arm. Should I take HP damage too?
Yes, lose a third of your health.
Times
If it's
no.
not divisible by 3 right now, then round up.
Okay, so 79 damage.
Oh my.
Woof.
Oof.
Wait, you have so much health.
Yeah, I have 157
He
HP.
still has more health than DeKelp has permanently.
That's not
But
a third.
also your max
Huh?
HP is going to temporarily drop by 79 as well. Because
Ooh.
until your arm is replaced, you can't heal back up to where you were because
Oh.
there's nothing to heal for that part of your body.
That's true. Yeah, I did that right.
Okay.
My current was
Teddy,
260.
go ahead and roll,
230.
move up,
Oh,
and
I read
roll
it
an
right.
My
attack
bad,
on
my
him.
All right, I'm gonna roll the attack.
So 230.
No, you're right.
Wow,
A 21 hits. Go ahead and roll. Let me check exactly what it does for damage. Baylor. Sorry, I had already closed his sheet down because he's dead. Roll 3d8 plus 8, and then 3d8 again.
Okay, so 3d8 plus what?
Plus 8.
Okay, 3d8 plus 8. Cool.
And that's slashing damage, and then the other 3d8 is lightning damage. And then, of course, on crits, Vorpal.
Okay. So there's the 3d8 plus 8, which is 24.
So he takes 24 slashing damage.
And then another 13 on top of that.
and then 13 lightning damage. And this man is beat up. You can tell he's at about half health.
Oh wait,
And then, of course, you get another stick.
Oh wait, do I add my strength into this as well?
I thought your strength modifier was 8.
Oh yeah, it is. You're right.
Yeah, because it's 3d8 slashing plus strength, and then 3d8 lightning.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, technically he takes another 3 damage because it's also a +3 sword. So minus.
Oh, I can't channel Divine Smite into it, can I?
Fuck it. This is a one shot. Go ahead.
All right, so that's another 3d8.
So there's a blinding flash of light as Teddy's like, "Oh no, you didn't," and he takes another 15 radiant damage.
So I will have some words for you.
And he can't see what's going on, so he doesn't even know what he did to Ron, let alone why all of a sudden he's getting hit by that. And you have a second attack.
Yep. And I'm gonna swing the sword again.
Wow.
Okay, at this point,
Is he dead?
no, not unless you crit right here.
Crit.
I wish.
Would you roll a 25? That does hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll the 3d8 plus 11, and I'm going to be adding the Vorpal Lightning Sword to your.
Okay.
This is an incredible battle, I will say. This is amazing.
Oh,
Just
that
an amazing event. Wow. Let's
Okay,
go.
so maybe
Max
he is going to
damage
die.
right
I don't
there.
know.
There's your
Ooh.
max damage right there. And then on top of that,
Okay.
the 3d8 for the lightning, which is 13, and then another 3d8 for the channel divinity. So that is, let's see here, 63 damage.
Okay, and then also for future, I just built the Vorpal Lightning Sword. It's at the bottom of your
Yep,
attack
I
box.
see it.
And he takes how much damage?
63.
60. 63 damage. He's woozy. But he's still alive.
Ah.
Next, Ron, make a
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit. 17.
You kind of turn to your shoulder and you burp on it with enough. I know you use your fire breath enough, but you cauterize the wound.
Nice.
And you're good to continue fighting.
Awesome.
But for the rest of just this battle, while you're still in shock from losing your arm, you will be doing half damage on normal attacks.
Okay.
But if you want to like go and revengeance that guy, that'll be fine. That's normal.
Okay. I don't think I want to do that. I feel like they have more to come. That would.
There is more to come, and this is almost, we're almost done here.
Yeah, call for the revengeance. So I will take 15 feet. So it's half of my movement. Okay. Get on the other side of this guy so I could get
Advantage.
or
Very
right
clever.
there. Yeah. Yep. So I won't have to use something. Let me just check my. All right. Well, I already have advantage. Okay. I'm just trying to see. I had like a plan of a few things to do, but I already have like a natural advantage. So I don't know if I need to do everything right now. Okay. I'm just trying to link some stuff.
No, there's one more big thing coming up that you guys will be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe one more big thing. There might be more than that.
Is this guy?
We have about an hour for the one shot, so.
Yep.
He is?
The guy you guys are fighting? Yes,
Yeah.
the guy who nobody's touched yet. He's just standing by going, who in the heck are these guys?
Okay, so I might not do everything that I thought I was gonna have to do. So I will do this though. The rapid strike. If you have attack if you take attack action on your turn, you have advantage on attack roll, or you could forego it to make an additional weapon attack. I think I'll do advantage though. So I'll take my attacks.
Okay, this guy's AC, just so you know, is 19. So anything that hits on that, just roll damage.
Okay, so I will definitely take the advantage. Nat 20.
Too bad you don't.
Nat 20.
Oh. Go just roll the damage for those two because I think that might kill him.
What?
My God.
Wait, Rhonda Perlman has had the insanest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after this is over, I'm gonna count how many criticals he rolled total, and then how
At
many of
least-
those he got to use.
First
At
session
least
is
4.
at least.
All right, so
How
I
much
got
damage do you have left?
36 damage on the first crit.
20. So for your physical damage, you're only rolling half of that because if the lightning damage is still full, so you
Okay.
get 16, 18 plus 11, that's 29, plus 2, that's 31, plus 10, that's 41. Nope, he is not quite dead.
Can I have
On a scale of 1 to 300, he's probably a 6.
Can I have cut off his arm with that?
Yeah.
And
You
the
cut
arm-
off the arm that's holding his weapon.
Okay, cool.
An arm for an arm.
Yeah. And then I will.
So now he also gets the fist on him.
Was my advantage used up with that?
You have advantage because you're flanking.
You have advantage.
oh,
because you're
right.
flanking, Yeah, that's that's just a permanent thing
Wait,
for you right now.
If you take an attack action on your turn and have advantage, you can forego the advantage for that roll to make an additional.
You can give up
Yes, so
advantage in order to
That
roll
basically means
again.
that you can, if you have advantage, you can give that up for a 5th attack.
Mhm.
But you still have a total of 4 attacks, and this guy has 6 HP left. So,
Because I probably don't need to do that. Okay.
well, actually, what you could do is you could try giving it up this turn. Yeah, 23. I'll let you give it up this turn to do that 5th attack, and that leaves you with 2 attacks left to go get this guy.
Cool.
But since you wouldn't have advantage on attacking him,
Mm-hmm.
boom. Roll damage.
That should be
He
enough.
perishes
Nice.
and falls to the ground. However, we're gonna call that battle right there because at this point he's going to use his reaction to just be like, "I'm gonna go tell Mom," and he soars up into the air, going about twice as fast as any of you guys can fly.
Hmm.
But he's heading for the meeting place, and when he leaves, the hellfire burning in the water kind of peters out. And
this
you guys are
portal
all
is
like,
destroyed,
"Holy
right?
shit, Ron, are you okay?" Or at least that's what you think is going to happen because that's clearly the most important thing. Am I right?
Mhm.
Oh,
But you
look,
hear a
Ron,
chuckle.
I have your arm as I'm holding it.
Good. Hold on to that. I'm gonna need that back later.
I was really hoping you were going to say, "Do you need a hand?"
Oh God.
Can I use his arm as an unarmed attack?
Well,
No,
it's
because
not
it's an
unarmed.
armed attack.
It's an armed attack. Yeah.
It's an armed attack. I quit. I'm done with this campaign.
An armed attack.
It's an armed attack.
Armed and ready.
But does
Oh my
anybody
God, who
notice?
is that guy?
That's
Oh,
what
Elvis
it's done.
Streisand. He's
Elvis, what
been
are you
standing
doing
here watching you, and he
Been
just
watching
is
us?
chuckling evilly behind his beady little glasses, and he goes, "You are brave. You are very strong, but you
Hey.
are not enough.
Hey, have you
You
been watching?
abandoned Momoa. This city shall pay the price."
Whoa,
And he
whoa.
turns around.
Wait, hold on.
No,
Hold
no,
on,
guys,
that's
guys. He's not holding on though. He's going and he's yelling really loudly as he
I'm gonna
turns around.
cast a
He
spell.
raises his hands. He raises his hands to the sky, and you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to explain what happens when he says, "Behold."
I want to throw my arm at him.
You can, but you feel something, and y'all remember that Phoenix I warned you about at the end of last session that you guys just
Mhm.
left there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
hear a normal, real Phoenix cry.
Ah.
And rising above the city, you see not one, but 3
damn it.
phoenixes.
Ah.
And they scream and they're billowing flames. And one of them flies directly over the edge of Creekland and on into Territorian Island. And you're like, "Oh, that's where De Niro and Stallone were. Oh, no." One of them flies right over the border here across the town and into the Bronze and is just leaving a wake of fire in its wake. The other one flies directly over the harbor here, and you're like, "That's where Iron Mike and Harbor were," and it flies to the edge there. But that's not the only thing that happens. I didn't pull their token over. Hold on real quick. You also you know how you guys immediately recognized that there was a portal to hell earlier?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You now recognize above the city a celestial portal. And you look up directly above you guys, and an army of God, who even knows what these things are? They're clearly celestial in nature. They're just flaming wings falling from the sky with radiant swords. And you're not standing right next to them, but you hear them attacking the demons in force as they send radiant sword after radiant sword and holy flames down on the demons. And somewhere you hear a very powerful demon go, "This is the worst invasion ever."
Is Boba still around?
Bobus is still standing right there, but you guys are like, wait, is the city being saved? Or no, the Phoenixes just set the whole city on fire because in their wake, there is a just massive.
Bobas.
Oop, yep.
Bobas. What? I don't know what you think, but we weren't on board. I mean, half of us.
This is all happening simultaneously. So I'm describing it, but we have not broken for
Yeah.
Mhm.
for combat yet.
Okay, because I
Let's
want
see,
to
the other
yell
one.
at Bobus that we Hey, we didn't want to break away from Momoa. It wasn't our call. They did it behind our backs. I wasn't even here when they were deciding that.
Did you not hear?
Again, guys, we're not actually having this conversation because I'm just simply messing with stuff right now
Oh.
because I'm
Okay.
I'm trying to prep because there's a total of 4 things happening here right now.
Well, you know
And
what
I've
I
only
mean to
gone over
say.
2 of them, and you guys are kind of in
Oh.
shock because that's accurate. That is, Phoenixes leave massive fiery trails in their wake. And as that's happening there, you guys remember that there's still a lich somewhere,
That's right.
but there's another portal to heaven, and the single largest celestial you guys have ever seen comes down and starts raining down bolts of radiant lightning into somewhere in the harbor, and you assume it's taking care of the lich. And that's 3 things.
I don't know what is happening with those celestials.
Nope.
How are they helping us?
Avatars of Momoa.
Well,
Yeah.
Momoa's not the only person with celestial power.
Well, someone else is
But-
helping us?
Well, maybe. The Phoenixes are just burning everything. The Solars are here for the devils. The last thing that happens as Bobus turns around to you and he says, "Your hubris and your crude remarks, they shall be your undoing." And he taps his cane again, and you all hear something that, well, there's no physical way that's possible. Thalrak, do you remember yesterday when you made a joke about a Tarask?
Oh
No.
God.
Because
No.
I'll tell you, I am not that kind of DM. I'm not that kind of DM.
So I'm going to bring out 2 Terra.
5
This is
meteors fall from the sky,
Oh no.
1 in each burrow.
oh, hello, Legend of Zelda.
Maybe I snapped my fingers too soon, you guys.
Maybe it
Oh,
did.
God.
The hell is this?
Tarask land in the city, and Bobus just chuckles as you guys know what Tarasks are, and you're like, "Well, we tried," and Bobus disappears. And there's just you
He's
hear the
clearly a
Tarask.
massive idiot.
Well, Bobus is?
Yes.
I don't know. I'd say he's doing a pretty good job of destroying your city so far.
Yeah, but he's doing it all in the belief that the entire council, even though he was there and most of us were fighting against it,
We are victims.
Yeah, fair.
So
Yeah.
he's an
He
idiot.
might also just
He's
not care.
punishing the many for the crimes of the few.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he's a champion of a god. Like the gods are very
It's the
one-minded.
god of the sea who's very fickle. But this is not
Yeah.
where our story ends, and nor do you guys have to fight a Tarask. As you guys hear something off in the distance, the one that you guys are closest to. Oh, there's supposed to be another one down by the spire. Because 5 of them, right?
Mhm.
One,
We're about
two,
to
three,
sink into
4,
the
5.
ocean.
Yeah, for each little section.
Yeah. No, so you guys are in the dead silence where you're just like, this is both way unfair and also what in the actual heck is going on?
And
Is
now
there a way to save our city?
now I just imagine the scene from Godzilla. Let them fight.
Well, they're clearly not about to
Fight
fight.
each other now. But it'll become
You-
that point.
You guys hear a single boom. Hold on. Let me read this exactly.
Uh-oh.
Not even done. This is amazing.
New challenger approaching.
This
No,
has
no.
been amazing.
So you hear a boom, and it's a fairly recognizable boom. That's Booming Blade. Booming Blade rings out. And then from down the street near the Imperial Spire, you realize that's where this is happening from. And you guys are technically right here?
We're like near the garden, yeah.
Yeah, because you get... Nope, I want you to go to the back. There we go. You guys are like right here because the demons are gone. The devils are gone, everything like that. So from up the street, you guys hear a booming blade hit one. There's then a flash of light, and you recognize that as a what do you call the paladin smites? A divine smite.
Hmm.
You don't hear anything for a brief second, and then you hear the thunder of a booming blade roll out again. And then there's the blinding flash again. And then there is a thunder wave that rolls, and you guys can't see what's hitting him, but you're seeing the Tarrasca down here light up and get ripped up, and it starts radiating energy as it gets hit, and it's glowing like somebody hit it with like something like guiding bolt or something like that. And in the space of 6 seconds, i.e. a single turn, the Tarrasque gives out a terrible cry and falls down.
Hmm.
And you're like, oh hey,
What?
somebody just killed the
What?
Tarrasque. There's only 4 more. You turn to look. Each of the Tarrasque did the exact same dying motion. Roll
What?
Arcana.
All of us?
All of you.
Single-minded. That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Move all bad arcanas.
Yeah, that's not great Arcanas, but we're going to go ahead and give it to Teddy because he rolled highest. Teddy, you've heard rumors of gods being able to do mirror image on large beasts before.
Oh.
Somebody mirror imaged your Tarrasque. And then someone else killed it in one go.
What?
And then the
Uh,
other Tarrasque disappear.
What in tarnation?
What is happening in this city?
Those are illusions.
Well, 4 of them are illusions, dear boy. The one that just is closest to us was apparently the real deal.
And about then,
And
you
someone
hear an
just
all
happened
clear.
to kill it.
You hear the all clear sounded from Creeklin.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can contact Stallone or De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
And then the crazy looking Dark Angel disappears into the ether. All of the phoenixes have flown off and they're flowing over the ocean.
Okay.
Things are starting to seem like they've calmed down.
Okay.
And you hear from somewhere near the dead Tarrasque, you hear Bobus screaming in rage.
Can we tell our troops to put out the fires?
Mhm.
And then we'll run toward
Yeah.
Bobus.
So Stallone is going to run down to this way, and he's going to start using the ocean to put out the fires that way. He's going to start at the bridge, and of course, he's going to work inland towards Creekland because Territorial Island is fine.
We should
You
head up
do not
to
hear
the
from Iron Mike.
Oh no.
Iron Mike.
Harbor checks in, and he says there's a bunch of weirdos who look like zombies that are trying to put the fire out.
Okay,
good.
they're my crew.
They're
Lady
light-
Germanata and her troops are running to inspect the Tarrasque, and about the time all of this is happening, the Solars start pulling out, and they too disappear. And of course, the Hell portals are gone.
See, you guys, I
and
told you guys
the
we'd
meeting
save the city.
place is
Yeah,
gone.
we did it.
I'm assuming you guys want to go check on the Tarrasque, or do you guys
Yes.
want to go do something else?
Yes.
John Teddy
Tarrasque.
absolutely wants to go check on the Tarrasque.
Right, so you
Is that-
guys
Actually,
know
I would
that
like to
the
take a
easiest way to
long
get
rest
there,
first.
the easiest way to get there will be taking the street, or not the street, the coast, and you just run along the coast until you get to where the Tarrasque is.
Is there
Um,
anybody on the way to repair my arm?
I
No,
have
the
no
streets are
ability.
completely empty,
Cool.
and all
Can
the
you?
clerics who normally live in Saint Hattrick's Cathedral are deep, deep in the catacombs hiding.
Oh, that would take too long. Can Neil freeze my arm?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Can you do
Yeah, I
that,
have
Neil?
some frost.
That'll give
ray
you
of
the
frost.
ability to not do half physical damage.
Cool. I also want my arm to be frozen, like preserve it so it doesn't, decay in
Yeah.
time for me to.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah.
But
But as you
I
get
guess
to this part,
I might heal up.
it's some sort of crazy Tarrasque sitting there in the dirt, and there's a single man sitting there,
Shit, I can't heal.
And where do we come
wiping-
in at?
wiping his sword of the Tarrasque blood, and he just looks old and tired.
Hey, it's that dude.
Wait, that dude?
Yeah, he's a powerful magic user.
What?
Like me.
Well, no, you didn't sense power from him, just magic.
No, didn't we each think he was something
We
else?
saw something different.
But
yeah.
he was
Yeah.
each one of you thought he was a low level something, implying he's multi-class to death.
Wait, how did he do that? Isn't this guy just a little? Wasn't he just a druid? Didn't even seem that powerful.
No, I think he was a magic user, a sorcerer.
What? No. Clearly he's a druid. I know this stuff, Neil.
I don't know. Like,
And you guys
Understand.
look over and you see Lady Germanata on the other side, and she just shrugs. She's like, I don't know. And the guy actually climbs up on top of the Tarrasque and just walks across it. And you get the feeling that this is not the first time he's ever killed a Tarrasque. And he just kind of steps down and he goes,
I love the name.
sorry about the neighborhood, but it was something I could do to help.
Who are
are
you?
No, me? I'm Jerry Mander.
Gerrymander. We've never seen you
Jerry,
before.
the emphasis, no, it doesn't. It's Jerry Mander.
I think it's pronounced Gary Mander, but that's besides the point.
Not for me. My name is. I mean, I think I would know my name.
All right, Gary Mandir.
All
What
right,
did-
let's
what's
stop
going on?
gerrymandering this whole thing.
I don't know
Jerry
what's going
Mander.
on. There's been earthquakes. There's been a bunch of shit.
No. Who are you?
I'm Jerry Mander.
What
How'd you just
are
kill
you?
that
I
thing?
swear to
One
God, I just
shot.
said that.
How did you kill this thing? We saw you earlier. You killed. What do you? How are you doing this?
Oh yeah, I killed a dragon earlier. Yeah, that was not. It's not a big deal. That wasn't. I mean, it's not a Tarrasque. Well, there's. I've been around. I've done a lot. Out of character, he kind of tells his backstory, but you get his full build here, and this is something I found a long time ago. In chat, I'm going to post his level 20 status. He's a battle master fighter. He is a blade singer. He is a gloom stalker. He is a assassin rogue. He is a paladin, and he is a spore druid.
Wow.
He's OP.
This is the most meta
He's a
game
metagamer.
build ever. This is
That's
what
crazy.
his here. Let me show you all what his attacks are. In a single turn with action surge and the
Oh,
extra stuff
jeez.
from gloom stalker and all that kind of stuff.
What the heck?
What?
The average damage, all averages, is 740
Oh,
What?
Jesus Christ.
in a single 6-second span.
So he could do this because like, I'm asking because I guess I don't really know, but like when you multi-class, doesn't it? Even though
There are
you're
very
level
strict
20?
rules about this, yes, but basically this is me showing off some random guy on Reddit who was like, I accidentally built a Tarrasque killer that works.
I knew it. This dude
Oh,
was
wow.
from Reddit.
This
He's a
guy
Reddit
took
user.
3 months on Reddit fighting every single rules lawyer he could find, and it works. The only thing I accidentally didn't cast a couple things, but he does have Spirit Shroud up before he sneaks up on him. Tarrasque have a horrible perception and passive perception. And they're very not intelligent. So even with their blind sight, they can see you coming up. They don't see you as a threat because you're a human. That gives him advantage on the first row. And then with all the builds, it does a lot of damage. He does smites because he's got enough paladin, enough spell slots to do it,
Wow.
and stuff like that. The only thing that might be questionable about this build is I believe he uses Hunter's Mark on this
Mhm.
one. Or did he get rid of that with Spirit Shroud? No, he got rid of that with
You
Spirit
can
Shroud, so there's
concentrate on
nothing a
both.
Rules
Yeah.
Lawyer can do. I will post the link if you guys want to check it out for yourself.
So you still do crazy damage at level 20, but not being that high of level at each class.
If you have Spirit Shroud up and you get a sneak attack off, yes, you potentially can get 740 damage off in a single turn.
Wow.
But
Jesus.
the way it works, it really only works on somebody as dumb as a Tarask. But that's not the end of our adventure. We still have 2 more sections of the adventure to go through.
Wow.
Because as he's sitting there and you realize that he's just a guy who kills big monsters. He's a monster hunter.
Mm-hmm.
The ground starts shaking one more time, and the little walkway that you're standing on, you feel like it breaks underneath you as all around you in the city, eldritch tentacles come crashing out of the ground. And part of the city starts to lift. Let me
Oh
just check
God.
to make sure that this map is ready. It absolutely is ready for y'all. Let me drag you over. As you lift into the sky above the city with these massive eldritch tentacles, parts of the city break and you realize, oh shit, we gotta run. But there's only one path that leads kind of north as the city breaks, and you run down it until you appear to get at what used to be somebody's estate or castle or something down near the shore. And you guys are gonna be at the bottom of this map.
Holy shit! It's a big map.
Roll
Just kept
Arcana.
scrolling. We're at the bottom, like where the bridges are.
You guys are on that bridge, and that's the only part of the path that's still available. And you feel a snap as it kind of breaks loose from the city, and you're floating above the city.
Oh God.
Nobody rolled real great on there. Wait, we have one more. Who else hasn't rolled? Teddy for the
Teddy.
win. Cool. Teddy, you recognize this as basically this is some sort of otherworldly, probably other universally power is trying to steal a portion of the city through whatever these tentacles are. But you also notice that the tentacles are chained and they appear to be just lifting the city up, trying to get all of it to come up at once. And
Okay.
for story's sake, I'm going to say that you guys were running when you made it here. So you guys kept running down the path. You're not seeing anything. You run all the way in here. You're still not seeing anything, but you see ahead of you, there's some sort of dome structure, and you hear people yelling frantically at each other in there. And you don't know if they're doing it or if they need help
All right.
or what.
Let's go help the civilians, boys. We gotta move quick. Let's move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go.
And Teddy's just gonna start charging as quick as he can towards the dome.
Yeah, Ron will.
I sprout my wings.
Yeah, we'll take off flying.
Okie dokie.
Actually, can we take a long rest here?
As the city's flying to another dimension,
Yeah.
We got 8
Yeah.
hours.
just a portion of Dude Cat Brown is with you guys right now.
Oh, I'm gonna actually. Oh no, never mind.
I'm going to long jump because I believe that should be less than.
Yeah, at level 20, you guys can all make that without rolling.
Yeah.
You guys approach
I'm
the
flying,
door here.
so.
Yeah, you guys all get right up here to the door. Would you like to open it? Or would you like to
Well,
listen
Teddy's
first? As
kicking
There's
in the door.
there's clearly some argument going on.
Mhm.
They don't sound like they're peeved about being kidnapped. They
Oh,
sound like
Teddy's
somebody messed up.
Kick the
Teddy's
door
yelling for them to
open.
get back from the door, and he's kicking it in.
Also, I was gonna try to heal up, but because of losing the arm and the acid, I'm at almost my current max, even though I'm down a ton of health.
No.
Okay, this should work, and the chat is about to go nuts, I hope. As you open, this is apparently a really fucking odd sight.
What?
There is a bird in a top hat and a suit over
Hmm.
here, and he is just mimicking what the other people are saying. There's a massive guy over here, just absolutely massive, with a shield, a magic hammer, these long, dark wings, and this helmet that is like, it looks like antlers, and then you take a second look at it again, and you realize that those are blades. If he headbutts you with that, it does slashing damage. There is this dead, undead-looking cat right here, and it looks like a were tiger or something with a horrible scar in its chest. And then there is a drow who clearly is dressed like a druid, but she has a third eye in the center of her forehead. And her and also the big dude on the left are currently yelling at what appears to be a bush. And this guy, the cat, is looking very sheepish, but he's not quite sure what's going on. And the guy on the left is just like, I told you. No, that's the wrong accent. He's like, oh, I can't believe we ended up here. It's rum go, ain't it? It's just we let him do the steering. That works out real well. Crikey. And she's like, look, I told you we shouldn't let Welshie steer. This is not what we're about. This isn't supposed to happen. I don't know why it's happening. And then the bird is just mimicking them. Do you guys say anything or do you let them continue fighting?
Yes. I guess I'll say something. I'll take a step in, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys got to step in here.
Who are you people? What's going on? What is this?
And the guy
hold
over
on,
here,
ignore his questions. Get your asses out this way now if you want to leave.
and this guy says, oi, big man with a big stick. Ugh, shut up. And he goes back to arguing, apparently, again, with the bush. And the druid is just like, oh, hi. Do you guys live here? Where are we? What is going on? And the bird is like, hi. Do you guys live here? Where are we? What is going on? And the cat finally says, dude, great.
You all need to come this way now, I believe, unless you wish to go to another plane of existence.
Wait, did you guys do this with the tentacles?
Well, it's not like we weren't trying to do that. But, you know, it's a rum go out here in the bush. And, you know, the Sheila's like, oh, well, they should let the bush stay. And it's like, nah. And he's just glaring daggers at the bush right now.
Why keep looking at this bush?
Look, I don't know what your
He's the
issue is
reason we're
with that
here.
bush, but again, you need to come this way now, or we're leaving your asses behind.
Just then, stepping out of what's behind there in the darkness, a very curious sight. It appears to be a Leonin with a partially ruby marble arm and a coat that has peacock feathers on it. He is jet black, and you think you see mushrooms in his hair. And he steps out and he says, hello.
Hey, that's a cool arm. Where can I get myself one of those? As you can see, currently missing one.
Of all the
I've always
things
had
that
this
we
arm.
have to deal with today.
You guys are being rude to my friends? Are you guys being rude to my friends?
No,
we're
we're
trying to get them to safety. Now, if you
Do you
all
guys want to be warlocks?
No, but could you please at least come
Maybe.
with us to leave the premises?
Let me explain. I am Slagathor.
I'm Ron.
Hi, Ron. Do you want to be a
That
warlock?
explains nothing.
I'm interested.
And he hops the entire distance right here, and he goes,
Whoa.
how interested. You want to sign up? Meanwhile, you guys are looking below, and you can see that the city is getting further and further away, and you feel like
We
you're about
need to
enter
go.
another.
We need to
And
go
the
now.
guy over here says, oi! I'm the Baron of Death. I don't want you to talk. Hush.
Who are you saying hush to?
The big one. He's a big fella. And he's pointing at
I'm
Teddy.
sorry, I'm
Teddy,
trying to save your life, son.
Okay. Don't worry, Teddy. I'll handle this. Who are you guys? What's going on?
Look, I'm Win. I'm the three-eyed star. We accidentally seem to have stolen your city. We'll put it back if we can later, but it's also broken beyond belief. So, like, it's all fine. It's all fine. We're all good here, right?
Can you put it back now?
No.
We're trying, but somebody, and she glares at the bush again, doesn't seem to be able to do that.
Again, I don't know what your
And you guys
issue is
realize
with a
there's
bush.
a pair of eyes. There's a pair of eyes in the bush. And you realize that they've called him a name several times, and the bush is looking smugly up at everybody. And Slagathor goes, oh, really? And he's looking up into the air like he's talking to nobody. He goes, oh. They don't want to be warlocks. They're lying. Get them. With that, we're going to roll
I wasn't
initiative.
lying.
Oh,
Okay.
we're still on initiative from the demons. My bad. But this is going to be a quick fight, hopefully.
Roll new initiative.
Yes. Roll new initiative.
I will say I wasn't lying as Ron, but I know I can't.
Well, no, somebody else told him that you were lying.
I
Oh,
have no idea what's going on right now.
You shouldn't.
Who the
This
hell
is
are these people?
this is a personal joke for my sake.
Oh.
The fight should be pretty good.
Who the
am I
hell
gonna
are
need
these
to use a
people?
revengeance? Is this like the end? Are we like almost done?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we are. This is probably going to be 2 or 3
You guys
fights.
can
So
save the
use
city. Then.
whatever you guys have.
Oh, use everything that's left, right? Okay.
Oh, I still have my 9th level spell.
I have like all my normal fighter shit.
Yeah, you didn't even do the extra turn thing, right?
I was going to last time,
Yeah.
but I was like,
I kind of expected you guys to use some of your cool stuff, but it's all good. There's
I
a
think I
chance
used
we
my.
know. But we're out of you did, yes.
Mhm.
But
We
like you
kept
didn't use
thinking
your
something
class
was gonna
cool
happen.
stuff and whatnot.
No, 'cause I was going to, but I have one that I feel like I didn't need to use. Indomitable.
I used the
I
snap.
didn't really need to use that.
You did use the snap. That was good.
Hmm. I was waiting to save my action surge and my second wind and my fighting spirit. I might try to use some of that.
I have a question. Would you consider these people humanoids
You would consider
for the sake of spells?
yes, all of them except the bush.
Okay, got it.
And not the big chunky guy over here. He's clearly a humanoid, but you would not consider him a humanoid anymore. I think that does it. We're all here. Let's go ahead and sort ascending. Nope, sorry, sort descending.
Okay, where the hell is Draconic Fury?
So let's see, how far away are you guys? In range. The bird takes a step forward into the nothingness and disappears.
Oh no.
That's not good.
It is definitely not good, because when he reappears, he's standing directly behind all of you,
Huh.
and he looks way different.
Oh shit.
This is, hold on, god damn it, come on. This is the bird that does not exist. That's his.
The
You
bird
look
that
at
does
him and you
not
realize
exist.
he's about 40% translucent. And he
Oh,
goes
God.
and he attacks probably Neil, honestly, as the caster.
Hmm.
You definitely get rogue vibes. A
Mm.
32, I'm assuming, is going to hit. You take 10 piercing damage from his sword, which, as he stabs you, you're like, is his hilt made out of a hornet? And
Ew.
you take 45 piercing damage from his sneak attack as well.
Oh.
After that, Teddy Moosevelt's turn.
Well, Teddy's gonna immediately turn to the one next to him and swing at him. Because
Okay, yeah.
immediate threat's right there.
Yeah.
Big stick swing.
23.
Those
You're not
23
quite
hit.
sure. Yes, that hits.
Okay.
You hit him, and you're kind of confused as to how, because he's really hard to focus on. Are you adding any smites or anything like that to that?
No, not this round.
Okay. He takes 17 bludgeoning and 6 lightning. He's clearly not immune to any of that. That's 1 attack.
He's gonna swing again.
A 32 hits.
Okay. With
He
another
takes
20
11
damage
bludgeoning
on.
and 9 lightning from that. And he's like starting to, you can tell he's starting to think, oh, maybe I shouldn't be right here. Is that it?
Yep, that's my 2 attacks. That's my turn. So I'm not
Ron,
gonna
you're
move.
up.
I'm just trying to decide who should get the last one. Who looks beefier? The Baron of Death?
Roll insight.
19.
19's pretty good, so you'll get to know. This guy,
Mm-hmm.
terrifying. You are terrified looking at him. He is wrong. There's something literally insane. He looks like chaos embodied. This guy, definitely the beefiest. You notice his armor is made out of wood,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel like both royalty and also like bears.
Hmm.
You're not concerned about him.
Okay. I feel like then I don't know. I feel like I might the way you described him. It almost seems like I could defeat the Baron without using the Revengeance.
Maybe
Hmm.
that the Baron looks like he could take on one of those pit fiends in a solo fight and wipe the
Ooh.
floor with him.
Oh.
But you also soloed one today.
Mm-hmm.
So that
That's
might not
true.
be the most objective measure. Also, did I add? I did. I just closed his character sheet down. My bad.
My Revengeance is an action, right? Like a full action.
Yeah, it is instead of your 4 attacks.
Cool. So I am going to, because I feel like I might need this. I am going to action surge to gain the second action. I will use my final, since we're almost done. I feel like it's appropriate to use it. My final Revengeancing on the Baron.
Okay.
Do I have to move, or does the Revengeancing?
It moves you to your target basically,
Cool.
and
So I still
you're
have
within.
movement?
Yeah, you're actually within 30 feet. So you come up
Mhm.
here, you do the slow motion thing. There's the snick noise. You hit 58 times for 4 damage apiece
Nice.
inside of 6 seconds, and everybody's like, blood splats like a full second after you finish out of his wounds, and he goes, "Well, crikey." And he raises his hammer in reaction and he brings it down on you. I'm assuming a 36 hits.
Yeah, that didn't kill him? Holy shit.
25 bludgeoning, 19 thunder damage as there is a hammer on forge sound from his hammer as he hits you and you get knocked back 5 feet.
Oof.
And he readies his shield up at you again. He's just like, I'm gonna like this.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay. That's a
So you
special.
have 10 feet of movement and a bonus action left.
As well as another action, because action surge.
Yeah.
Yeah, action surge as well.
Okay. I guess this is a
I
good
would
time to use
recommend
it.
doing your samurai thing because there's no more combat after this.
What's the samurai thing?
Your I think it's level 18 ability.
Oh, let me see.
No,
Where
he
am I?
has an ability where if he ever drops to 0, he gets to take another.
Oh yeah, that's the.
Oh
that's
no,
the
it's
18
an
ability.
early ability that you haven't used yet.
Oh, you're talking about the
Second wave.
fighter ability where you get to take
Fighting
an
spirit.
Fighting spirit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna do that too. Yeah. Okay. So I'll fighting spirit then, because I was in between that or second wave. Fighting spirit's better. All right. So
Yeah, no,
10
he's clearly hurt, but
Wow, that's
still
crazy.
can.
I had a feeling that might happen. All right. Temp 15. Okay, cool.
No, I think I was talking about actions. Sorry.
Action surge, yeah, but he can as a bonus action he can assume
Oh,
his
yeah,
fighting
yeah.
spirit, and then
Mhm.
he action surges and he gets another bonus action if he needs it.
Yeah. Oh, I get another one with the action surge?
I think.
Yeah, you get a full action and bonus action with action
action.
surge. You just double your
Oh,
turn.
really? Cool.
I thought it was just an action.
It's just
Yeah,
an
me
action.
too. I think it's just an action.
Really?
It says you take one
Mhm.
additional action.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I get another. Okay, so do that. I'll move up to this guy again, and I will use my final revengeance things. Oh no, my attack.
No, you're out of revengeancing.
I know. I meant the revengeance. I misspoke.
You come at him with revengeance and you swing, and he blocks it with his shield, and he just goes.
Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be a fun fight. Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Ooh.
A 19, he catches it on his sword and he kind of just knocks it back.
Wait, don't I have an advantage?
Oh, did you use your?
Yes, fighting spirit gives me advantage on a weapon attack roll. The end of my current turn.
Okay, you crit on him.
Ooh.
Thank God. All right.
So let's see, he takes a bunch of damage. 14, 22 plus 15, 37 plus 2, 39. Takes 39 damage. He is not quite dead, but he is on one knee. And he's just looking at you like, oh, you're a
32.
beauty, mate.
I think so.
The 32 does in fact hit.
Ooh, that's a low one actually. That's probably my lowest attack roll, damage roll.
Yeah, actually, he might still be alive.
I still get another attack.
Hold on real quick. I think he has... Yeah, okay, so he is still technically alive because he sucked off some of your life force when...
Oh. One more.
Yeah.
27.
Now he's probably dead.
Nice.
Okay, he goes down. He collapses in a pile.
Wow, I can't believe I needed that.
You hear Wynn go, not again.
Can I have killed him? I feel like my last revengeance was score too. The 232 was like the lowest amount of damage that I've done.
Yeah, it was.
That sucks.
Okay, so is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's everything. I did a lot.
All right, it is the Ghost Cat's turn, and he is going to take the dash action to run along here. He's going to jump the edge. He's going to run up, and right here he goes, okay, and his body falls dead, and there's a ghost in front of you.
What?
God damn it.
What is
And
happening?
he goes, I'm real sorry, but Orzeth said, so.
Shut up, Seek now.
Yeah, basically. This is Gus, though, not Zikna. And he disappears, and you get the feeling like he just went into the Baron's body.
What?
It would be his
Oh,
turn,
no.
but he's dead. So now it's Stand in the Lee. Let's go.
Danny Lee is going to jump. Go here. Do I get advantage since we're kind of almost surrounding him? Or would I get advantage here?
You could have advantage at either spot. It's not really important.
Okay. Before I do that, I'm going to bonus action Aspect of the Worm. Add resistance to lightning. That is a 10-foot aura. As well as he takes...
Hey, wait, hold up.
What was the top of the turn order? Because the 15, I guess, goes away at the end.
It was.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So the bird that doesn't exist needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, he is pretty good at those with Rogue, though. Just so you
Yeah.
know. He saves, and he completely avoids.
Yeah, I figured. But for the next minute, anyone within my aura ally is resistant to lightning.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to unarmed strike him. Wow, that's sad.
He dodges out of the way.
And that'll be my turn.
Okie dokie, that makes it Slagathor's turn. And Slagathor is just going to slowly hover across the way here. But as he does so, a 5-pointed trident appears in the air above him, and he points at Stand in the Lee, and he just goes, that one.
Oh, no.
And he's going to roll to attack now. And you realize he is a fighter as well, as he makes 4 tridents, or pentadents technically, appear,
fighter.
and they all zip in. What's your AC?
24.
24. His lowest roll was a 25.
I think I know this is gonna be a quick fight.
You take 25 piercing, 26 piercing, 28 piercing, and 24 piercing. For a total of 75. No, wait, that was too many. That was too many piercings. 25, 26, 28, 24. Not two 25s, sorry. So that's 75. That is 103 piercing damage. And then when he lands, he grins, and he
Are we
makes an
doing shock
attempt to
checks?
shake your hand. No, you guys are level 20. You're above the that stuff. He's going to try to shake your hand.
Can I insight that first?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
That's
like a
not a good
shocking
idea.
grab.
Don't shake his hand.
I'm not
It's a
going to shake
shocking
his
grab.
hand.
Well, he's still making the effort, so I need a dexterity saving throw from you to avoid it as he comes in. Ooh.
Ooh.
He hits you.
Evasion.
He hits you with. He doesn't actually shake your hand, but he touches you.
Is this a
There's
spell?
Nope. It is a single spurt of madness. Roll a D100 for me.
He can't avoid that with evasion.
No.
Oh,
A
Ooh.
94. That is really, really high.
Yeah, and you had to roll a 1.
you needed a 99. Sorry.
You needed a 1.
Hold on. It's not loading.
That's the amount of damage you take. 94. My
Oh.
god. This is where we all die, right?
Nope. Stand in the lee. When he touches you, you feel a burst of some sort of energy. And rather than stand in the lee, roll a d8. Will this work?
5.
No, that
You're
won't.
now sit in the.
Sit in the
5.
lead.
No, you become, instead of stand in the lee, I don't have a token for this that's a very good one. Hold on, because I wasn't expecting this. You turn into 5 swarms of bees.
What?
Somewhere right now, one of my friends is literally laughing hard enough to cry, I think. At least I hope there. Where is... I don't have a good way to do it, but basically you have become 5 swarms of bees, but there's a limit on how long that's going to last. So I'm putting the clock on you. But you guys just watch your friend turn into bees, and
What the hell?
the guy right here just
What?
kind of nods like, yep, that makes sense.
What?
And you hear Wind go, not to strangers. And with that, it is Neil DeKalb's Tyson turn.
Okay. So I will be like, this is enough. It's time to stop. And I will use my 9th level spell, Time Stop.
What?
Boom.
Boom. I
You
freeze
feel like
time.
you feel like, oh, I know what this is, but usually that's me doing it when I do my revenging thing.
This is weird.
So I get
So
to
go
roll,
ahead and roll the d4.
Yep.
What?
Come on, 4. Okay.
One
I get
D4
4
turns in a
extra
row.
turns. Time is frozen. I
Turn.
can do anything for
Jesus.
4
That's
turns.
awesome.
Okay,
It
just
ends if he does something that does damage to somebody, though.
Really? Is that what it says?
The spell ends if one of the actions you use during this period or any effects that you create during this period affects a creature other than you, or an object being worn or carried by someone other than you.
Okay.
Or if you go more than 1,000 feet away. So if you fall, it'll end eventually.
Okay. So first. Okay, in that case, first turn, I'm casting a. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, you can't really do
I have
much with that.
really bad. I only have damaging spells. This really sucks.
No, I gave you 2 different things you can do. I didn't know how late you would late in the game, but you do have. You even said it yesterday. Remember?
Yeah. Well, first I will cast mirror image.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1 turn. There's 3 of me. Next,
Yeah,
I
I'm
will.
pretty sure mirror image casts 5 of you, or 4 of you. So there is a total of 5 of you.
This is 3 illusionary copies. No.
3 illusionary
4.
copies? Okay,
Yeah.
so there's
Yep,
there's a
you're
total
right.
of 4. Sorry.
Okay.
One of them is standing in the air, but it's
nice. Next.
fine.
Okay. What else?
That's 1 turn.
Okay. Next, I will cast delayed fireball.
Where would you like to place it?
Delayed blast fireball. Nice.
Yeah, I will place it right over here, up here between Welshie and the 3-yard star. So it will explode when time is up. I've released it.
Oh, I think technically it'll stay there until you release it for up to a minute. But I'm assuming you want it to go off when the
Yeah,
spell
I'll
does.
release that on my last turn.
Okay.
And
That
next,
should be movable. Go ahead and move it where you want.
yeah, it's right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, next I will. Well, at some point I would use my action to disengage, so this guy can't hit me. Although I
During
don't.
time stop, he can't make attacks of opportunity. Time is stopped, so you can just walk
Oh,
away
that's
from him.
true. Okay.
Yeah. Just bring all your copies with you.
I'm just going down here.
Okay.
And then, well, unfortunately, that's concentration spell, so I can't cast haste.
But haste would also end time stop, right?
No.
Okay, I don't want to be that guy, but we're 650.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in that case, yeah, last turn, I'm just gonna twin spell, disintegrate on these two baddies in front of me,
Nice.
and that's how I will.
I did not realize it
unfreeze
was so
time.
late. Darn it. Okay, so we won't get to see all of this,
Oh,
No.
but we're gonna skip ahead a little bit because the next turn is the bushes.
okay. Well, those two take 80 damage if they don't make this.
Yes, the bush
Yeah.
disappears in a burst of flame, and standing there instead is this little blue guy wearing a suit of armor. The armor is like 3 sizes too big for him.
Nice.
God damn it,
Those
Morty.
are the disintegrates against.
But he also is like, I got it, and he casts some high level spell you've never seen before, and the city plummets in an instant all the way down to where it used to be, and then it just gently goes. And you guys are back where you said, or where you're back in a part of the city nearby. Sorry, that fight wasn't as long as it could have been. We didn't even get to see a couple of people, but y'all got to show off pretty well, and you did take out the most important person, or not the beefiest person. He had
Nice.
almost 300 HP at that level.
Wow. Ugh, if I had a
As you
good
guys-
revenge, I could have killed.
Yeah, so you guys land about here, which part of the city was over there, but you realize the entire city at this point is sinking. And so for the sake of finishing up real quick here, we're just going to delete this. You guys rush to the Imperial Province Spire. You guys go into the first floor here of the manor. This is a very tall tower, but this is the first floor of the manor. And you guys have been here plenty of times. This is where the meeting was at the very beginning of the show. And instead of the normal floor, right here in the center, there is a secret door that's been left open. But you also hear the sound of rushing water, and you realize that the entire island is starting to sink, and you see the sea rising, and you can feel the earth sliding deep down into the waves. And you know that whatever this is going on with Momoa is down here. So you guys sprint
Quick
down
talk
the
for
stairs. You
speed.
go deeper, deeper into the vaults of the city until you get to a door. I don't know if you guys can move those tokens. Can you move those tokens?
Nope.
No.
Okay, those were there from earlier then.
Just we'll pretend we're there.
Yeah, and you guys burst the doors open. That is darkened.
Wrong direction.
Yes, I do that a lot. You burst the door open, and there is some sort of arcane contraption. And out of character, you guys all recognize this as the World Crystal. But there's something very wrong, and on closer inspection, you guys would realize this is an artificial World Crystal, and it is starting to fracture. And Bill Mocker is sitting here on his knees going, I don't know. It was supposed to work. It was
What the
supposed to
hell?
work.
What the hell did you do, boy?
It was supposed to work. It was supposed to be a World Crystal. We didn't need Momoa.
You've
Well, you were
doomed us
gone.
all.
Well, you were gone, Pariti. She came. She took the real one.
Because you doomed us all, boy.
Yeah, and Ron, I'm going to say that
Mhm.
you definitely feel like this is an executable crime if you want to just lop his head off.
Great, because that's exactly what I wanted.
I was about to say I can disintegrate him.
I wanted to.
Tell
That's
you
why
to
I
get
moved
ready to
up.
bash his skull in too.
That's why I moved
Yeah,
up right
okay.
behind him, because I was gonna kill him.
And Stand in the Lee uses his chi to force his soul to go downwards as opposed to upwards, so he ends up in hell.
Oh my
But
god.
as that happens, the world crystal shatters, or the fake one does, and all the magic rushes out of here. And with
Ooh.
that, the city doesn't stop slowly falling in. It starts falling in. And you guys realize, oh shit, we just ran several layers underground
Mhm.
here into the Abeyance Forge. Teddy, you hear water, and you slam this door shut as you see the ocean itself start closing in on you as it floods down the hole.
Okay. I'm going to do what I can to keep the door shut.
Yep. You feel the water hit. Neil starts casting spells that aren't technically in his repertoire, but they're things that a level 20 guy would know to ward against water and stuff like that. He's gone because he's gone. Ron, not knowing any magic and not feeling very strong right now, takes a look out over here,
Mhm.
over the edge, and it just appears to be a broken machine. It ends probably 30 feet back out of here, and it's just a large cavern. There's nowhere to go. There's no holes. There's no nothing. And it dawns on you guys that that's probably the end of New York
Wow.
City.
Well, boys.
And that was it. That was the campaign.
Oh shit.
Nice. Oh my god. I kind of got chilled at the end.
If you guys want to know what happens to
sad.
Ron, Teddy,
Mhm.
I'm looking at his name and my brain is like, you don't know how to read Stand. Stand in the Lee
And Neil.
and Neil DeKelp Tyson. You will have to tune in for season 2 of Dog Pound D&D, which I believe starts on Friday.
As we're going down,
Oh.
as the water's rushing in, Ron would just look back at everybody and be like, "Well, boys, it was fun fighting with you."
It's been an
To the
honor,
next one.
gentlemen.
It's been an honor.
Well,
Should we play
you know,
us
the
out?
really messed
We all
up
start
thing
playing
is
violin.
you guys are deep underground. You're level 20. There's no food. There's no water. Well, there is water, but
It's not drinkable water.
Too much water.
too much water. And that's not going to be an easy or peaceful death.
Nope.
Unless we disintegrate ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or we can eat Ron's
You could.
arm.
You could. But again, to find out what happens to New York and the true end to this story, you'll have to tune in later.
Bum, bum, bum.